if I could stand another night with you near my side. I can feel us tearing apart from the way you fucked my mind. I can clean my sanity, you're my enemy. You're my enemy. You fucked my mind, I can clean my sanity. You're my enemy.
Oh, then you were gone. I said I'm getting out, fuck this town, I'm gone. I'm always on the run, it didn't go to plan. If it's the wrong move, you can shoot me where I fucking stand.
Another night with you near my side. I can feel us tearing apart from the way you fucked my mind. I can clean my sanity. You're my enemy. questions. Who knew I needed a savior? Be there when I'm in danger. Reel me in when I'm shutting all my doors and locking myself in.
It's hard to feel myself, but you're miles away. I've been wondering why you cannot stay. Soon the sky's blue when they're always gray. Trying to soothe myself, but I can't find a way. Diva, I need you. Where did you go? I feel you. Diva, I need you. Where did you go? Where did you go?
It's a wonderful Tuesday evening, folks. And what time is it? Oh, goodness, I'm not even wearing any watches. It is time for Shift Summer League. It's day 3, it's week 2. I'm Jar of GM here with Stumpy and Cole. And we're going to be bringing you all the action of today's game day. 3 matches on the docket, and they are very exciting ones. Gentlemen, it has been a week, but we're back for more league action.
We are. And I think last week was very interesting as well because we got to see the start of how all these teams are going to be handling a league play. We saw certain teams fly out on Tuesday, get to the top of the table, do extremely well, and then have quite a lackluster Wednesday evening, and then also vice versa. So yeah, I think, Cole, a few interesting teams to keep an eye on as we go through all of these series.
It's always the joy of league play, though. You know, teams will have better days, will have worse days, but you can put that all behind you and start again next week. And there's one team in particular that's 0-6, JJ Rocks, and they are going to have to put that to its absolute limits. Yeah, sorry for the spoilers there. 4-game wins, 18-game losses. Jar of Jam JJ, Ginger Genius JJ, whatever Stumpy came up with for JJ. It's not going well, whatever you call them.
It's Jover. It's absolutely Jover.
It's
But
Jover.
it's only week 1. That's the beauty of it all. Despite these standings, there's still more chances for these teams to win. We're going to be actually seeing JJ Rocks first on the stream today. Another spoiler. We're full of them spoilers. More on that later. But yeah, this is only the week number 1 results. These teams have more and more chances. If we look at other teams, there is a very big congestion between the 2nd and the 5th place. Luna Galaxy, Fake German Amigos, 100% and Endpoint are all within a chance of leapfrogging Oxygen for that first spot. Or, of course, there's already Jobless and Sodad breathing down their necks, trying to get those top spots. Again, top 6 is what really matters at the end of the season, but there's 3 weeks of action for that. Resolve and Spartaco are sitting closer to the bottom of the standings. They will have to work doubly hard, and well, they're hoping that this week is going to be ending on a positive note with a positive game differential.
And you know what? Also, I was looking at Oxygen because, as you said, they're currently sitting in the front. There's a bit of congestion, 2nd through 5th. It's a great time for them today, and also, I suppose, their opponents, because Oxygen play, firstly, Fake German Amigos. That's one of those 4 teams that's in that congestion. And then after that, they then play Luna Galaxy. So they've immediately got this situation sorted where they're going to be able to take down their opponents.
Working out. Luna Galaxy, X complexity.
No. Guys, I have some really sad news.
X.
They're just going by Luna Galaxy now.
I went to the gym for
now
this.
Luna Galaxy X complexity, which is a shame.
They're
They've
Luna
no longer got
Galaxy X,
CRR.
Luna Galaxy X complexity.
CRR is no longer playing with them. It's now going to be a Chronic in his place, which I think is very interesting.
It is very interesting. I mean, Acronic had a rip-roaring end to the RLCS online season over in Europe. It's tough to say whether that's an upgrade or a downgrade. It's a grade either way. There's still so many question marks over Acronic because, you know, he performed very, very well for a couple of weeks that he was part of it all. So it's like, it's tough to say where his level really is. Has it dropped a little bit? And it must have, because he wasn't part of it all for about 6 months. But I will continue to give the man credit for stepping up so much after that break.
Well, unfortunately, there's no more X in Luna Galaxy. X complexity. X is in the chat, I suppose, or just an X of silence, just a little bit.
An X, what, a silent? Everyone do silent X's at home.
Everybody do silent X's. Yeah, it's just straight up like that. But yeah, it's a return of a Chronic to what is technically his roster. Luna Galaxy is Atomic, Tox, and Chronic, and as a result, well, CR has been really good for his team. We might spot it on some of the stat screens later on today, like this one. Wonderfully clutch playmaker. That is average assists per game. You could see CRR there in 5th spot, but his teammate Atomic is at the very top, and these are really good numbers helping out his team, meaning that the whole of Luna Galaxy really like to support one another. The plays were a passing plays. A lot of support were given to one another.
I want to just shout out Luis P as well, who got the exact same numbers but has been bumped to second. So, you know, I don't know what the differential is there, but well done, Atomic. And bad luck. Is that all it is?
Well, it must be, right? LTK and then LU.
Oh, man.
Shame for him. Shame for him.
These are, of course, are not our only stat leaders. Let's actually take a look at our saviors. So folks have been working really hard in the net, and it's marked by 8 on JJ Rocks, who is currently leading.
Now, yeah, tell us what's wrong with celebrating that stat.
Now,
you don't have to really spoil it. Come on.
No. Smart by 8, you're doing a great job in net. Fair play to you, getting about another quarter of a save per game. The issue is you won 4 games in total and lost, I think, 18. So I think it'd be good for you to maybe move up the pitch a little bit, maybe get a teammate nearby. Because look, bear in mind, we're seeing on this one that we've got JJ Rocks there, we have Espartago, and we've also got Fake German Amigos and Saudade. The odd one out here, very clearly being marked by 8 blessed. But you know what? Saver of the season so far, you're doing well, you're racking up the saves.
It works. It works for him, and hopefully, great defense is the foundation of the offense, and I would love to see that from JJ Rocks, marked by 8, and his teammates, of course, Stake and Catalysm.
They're a good team.
On one side, there's the savior. On the other side, there's the striker, and those are usually who get the most highlights. It's almost not fair. And look at him, Oli at the very top, sitting for his team. He's jobless right now, but he's looking for a job, and this is quite a nice thing to have on your resume.
It seems to me to be that if you want to be one of these celebrated players in the Shift Summer League, all you have to do is have once played for G1. Because we had Mark Maeta with G1 top. We've got Oli. I can't remember who the first person was, but it was Atomic as well. It's all the G1 crew. Perfect. There you go. So that is how to do it. If anyone's wondering how to make it, you could be Oli if you played for G1. You're listening to this right now. Yeah,
so if you played for G1 during the San Diego Major last year, then yeah, you've got a chance to be on the Shift Summer League 2024 accolades week 2.
If you throw on Utopia game 2 when you're 4-0 up with a minute left and somehow lose from bumping into each other, then lose the series and then go out in league play, yeah, that could be you. That was such a sad moment. I was rooting for G1 so much in that tournament.
Oh god, that's a very narrow sort of target audience
it's not easy
for these kind of things. Like 3 people. There's 3 people. We all have them.
It's
great to have them. But also great to have our last week's MVP, week number 1 MVP, as voted by us, as voted by Shift staff. It's of course Toxic of Team Endpoint, and he absolutely deserves it. He leads in the rating, that is all the stats combined. His goal participation rate is at the very top. He's second overall in shooting percentage and goals per game, like we just saw. He's doing it all on the field. He's not a pushover in assists either. He just does everything.
Yeah, I think also when you look at the results that Endpoint had on last Tuesday, especially so a week ago today, they managed to take down Oxygen as our inaugural game of the Shift Summer League. Then they took down Luna Galaxy, and then they went on to unfortunately lose to Fake Joe and Amigos, but they still put up a decent fight against them. But going 2-1 in that first week against very hard teams is a fantastic spot to be in. Toxic, he led that charge. So yeah, fair play to him.
I do wonder, this voting has been anonymous, or at the very least, we haven't shared it. Gentlemen, are you willing to share your picks for the number 1? Was it Toxic or was it somebody else?
I think there's loads of shouts, to be fair. I mean, Toxic was definitely up there for Endpoint because I always base how they've done in relation to how they should have done. Do you know what I mean? You see a player like, I don't know, let's say Joy Oxygen. You expect him and Oxygen to be going 5-1.
You're still
right?
hurting after the major where you picked Joyo to be your MVP as part of the fantasy league, and he absolutely let you down.
Oski to take away my salt, right? You take Oski, right? You expect him to be scoring loads of goals and that. I think the fact that there were so many goals and assists and plays from Toxic, that gets him it for me. So he would have been my pick for sure. And Stumpy?
I'm keeping Stum. Nothing from me, mate. I'm a
you're
locked
staying
book.
anonymous.
I'm a locked book. I'm anonymous.
Alrighty, well, let's talk about the very first match that we have for you today. Aforementioned JJ Rocks with marked by 8 on the roster versus Jobless. That's where Oli resides. So the best goalie versus the best goal scorer. Going to be really interesting. And these two rosters really going to butt their heads. So, folks, how about some predictions? This could go many ways. Will JJ Rocks get their first win, or will Jobless just do their job?
Yeah, they will, yeah. So I basically back Jobless here to give us a nice 3-0 to start the day, to be completely honest. Jobless were the best team, especially on the Tuesday. They did let it go on the Wednesday, in fairness. They've ended up 3-3, I believe. Smashed it on the first day, let themselves down on the second day. But I think against a team that currently has only won 4 games, you'd struggle to lose that bad boy. So yeah, I reckon it's going to be... You're going to give JJ Rocks a game?
Yeah, because they're close to 1 game a series. They should be 6 wins, 18 losses to be 1 game a series. They're going to try and claw that back and get that back. They're more than good enough to get that. But yeah, I think it's a safe prediction here for Jobless.
Well, I try to hype it up. I'll try to will it be Jobless or will it be JJ Rocks? Jobless. Where's the intrigue? Come on.
What do you think then? Go on, give us a JJ Rocks shout, Mr. Jar of Jam Rocks.
Come on, JJ. I always believe in JJ Rocks, just like I've always believed in Saudade every single time they're playing. JJ Rocks with stake marked by 8 and Catalysm, and I do believe we might be seeing Taurus stepping up to the plate, as I've just seen on that graphic, so that could be quite interesting. I want to see them perform. First week, fumble, just a fluke. It's never going to happen again. This week, they're going 6-0. Mark my words. But preferably not with a permanent marker, because I might be embarrassed later on.
We'll pencil mark your words. That's all.
Pencil mark my words.
Okay?
And then
I'm looking in the lobby right now, and there is Catalysm, marked by 8 and stake. So I imagine it is the top 3 Ginger Geniuses. JJ
Classic fellas.
Top 3. Alrighty, well, that's going to be our first series of the day. Best of 5. We're going to have 2 more after that. But for now, Cole, last time you asked me to learn some Latin. I did. Yes, and I've indeed learned some. So, folks, without any further ado, hoc est eruca fodus nos primum ludum comititur, or this is Rocket League. Let's just start our first game.
How do the Latins have a word for rocket?
It's because Shogun was there. You realise that Shogun is 600 years... How long it was Latins? 2,000 years old?
Ish,
1 million years
give
old?
or take. Yeah, I think was Jesus Latin?
I don't know, mate. I honestly don't know. That is the sad thing. People think we're joking. We're not. We're really that foolish. But which team will be made to look like fools in this series, Stumpy?
Well, Jar of Jam was saying that JJ Rocks may well get their first game. Mark his words. But they have got Mark by 8 on their side. In the net, is it going to keep putting up those numbers defensively? Will they move into the opposition's half? I hope so. I would really like to see JJ Rocks get a game, or a series rather, because to be completely honest, they're actually a decent team. Like when I saw them, I thought I wouldn't recognize any names on the actual on the squad. They're actually really good, but this is a tough one for them to come up against them as the start of week number 2.
They are of a level for sure. They have got Mark by 8, who has been to plenty of RCS.
You genuinely love Mark by 8 as well. I will put it out there.
I love bull chasey players.
Yeah.
And Mark by 8 is a bull chasey player. He's one of the OG bull chasey players of the open era with Team BDS. So whenever I see him on the pitch, I'm like, right, we're in for some fun here. It's chaotic. He'll get some misses, and I'll be, putting my head in my hands, going, Mark by 8, why? Just jump. Why have you done this? Why have you done that? But he's certainly an entertaining player to watch. And then Catalysm, we've mentioned before that we're a big fan of him. His work with German Amigos was strong, but also coming on to our show and speaking to us for the first time in front of hundreds of thousands of people back then, about 100,000 people. I'll always have respect for that man. So it's a good start, though, for Jobless, for all I'm talking about this other team.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a lot of pressure, in fairness. There was a few, as you say, missed touches. Boost grab, mispositioning, Steak then dives in on that, and then the ball is directly above Catalysm, who can sink it, but Ixo and Jobless Goal. They want to make sure that they get off to the same start they had last week on Tuesday and then continue it to Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, they can do it on a cold Tuesday night against Steak.
On the RLCS, I think I would have given you that, but... All right.
What?
No, all right.
Well, if I was Shogun, I'd have saved that till they actually won against Steak. But I just think that, like, quick, get out now before I forget. I know.
I mean, I burned mark my words, mark by 8 for the intro, so we're 1-all so far. But this game is currently 2-0. Yet another goal in favour of Jobless. On our overlay, it does say 2-0 JJ Rocks. I'm sorry, everybody. That is the other way. It is 2-0 towards Jobless.
And it doesn't count because it says it on the overlay?
Oh no, can't believe that.
Oh, I hoped it would actually count as 2-0 to JJ Rocks. But alas, it's the other J that takes a 2-0 lead, and they're sort of strolling through this one so far. They're having all the control, they're having the ball in the orange half, but, oh, there was a big demo there. Nas must be a little bit safe. Catalysm has a chance to come in. He bumps Steak, he was going for Nas instead. And Ixo's clearance isn't the best, so after going 2 down, JJ Rocks remind us they are here to play. They are more than capable of scoring goals against a team like Jobless.
In this first 2 minutes, and to be honest, we've seen not a huge amount of pressure on the opposite side, but now it's going to be a 2v1 Ixo, strong enough to keep it not going too much further past that halfway line, and Mark Bay with a head and hands moment. 1-2, Nas to the backboard. Have we seen a lot out of Nas so far? That pass is going to be beautiful. To 1-2, and the final 3. Oli did not think he was going to be called in there, but he was ready and available should he be needed.
There does seem to be a difference in skill in the opening couple of minutes of this game. It's not near chances that aren't being taken by JJ Rocks and are being taken by Jobless. It seems that there's a differentiation in the abilities of these teams, but it's still early days in this series, and we have seen this. You see this in games all the way up to the very top where a team will win 4-5-0. The next one, the other team figure it out, they change their play style, and suddenly they get close. So this is all a learning experience right now for JJ Rocks. Hopefully, they are taking on board what it is Jobless are doing against them, and flip resets like that one, excuse me, are certainly part of it.
Midfield with Oli now challenging up against Mark by 8. Catalysm to the floor, actually fakes out Nas, but Ixo dives in with good instinct to make sure that he can cover his teammate. And I do want to see a lot from Nas this week. He has come back from North America, from playing with Jorias and AJ on M8 during the RLCS. And we've not really seen him be particularly explosive so far. Yeah, I want to see him just like show off what he can do.
Yeah, it might be a case of him having to get a bit more involved, you know, get a bit more of an ego to him. He's an RLCS level player at this point. He's more than capable of coming on a pitch like this and, you know, not taking the fight to Oli and Ixo, but demanding the ball, saying he wants it, saying he will be that guy. So hopefully he'll be able to turn into that guy. This could be an example here as Nas goes to the ceiling. Mark by 8 closes him down. Save watch on Mark by 8, still on 0, but we'll keep you posted if he gets any to up the averages.
Been knocked off his top spot.
He may well be. It's getting pretty close. Here is Steak though. Catalysm to his right. Mark by 8 is underneath this one. A little bit boostless. There's big wide rotations coming in from JJ Rocks because they have to get some boost.
Yeah, I mean, they're staying relatively boostless, as you say. I mean, their pressure was decent. They just couldn't really follow up on it. Mark then moves in with pretty much 0. Can steal that boost away from Oli. Oli, though, going 1 central bump and a tap. But he does get tapped away by that final defender that was bumped off that back wall.
You feel that a goal for JJ Rocks would do them the world of good, just confidence-wise, bring them something to take into the last game, and that was on the next game, and that was almost there. Ixo with a little pinchy save at the near post. They might be up against Nas. I mean, you say something that Nas hasn't been too involved, you know, as far as goal replays go, but it's that sort of play there where he just uses all of his boost, but just takes the game completely away from his opponents via some, you know, midway mechanics.
And basically, I think I am asking him to be a worse teammate, is the thing. Like, I want him to not be as helping out Oli and Ixo as much as he is, which is, he's doing the right thing, let's make that clear. But I want to see him just be selfish, do something crazy, take it into his own hands. Starting with that demo and then moving into that back line is going to make it a bit more awkward to push up further. Yeah, I just want to see an explosive Nas play, even if it's not necessarily good for his team.
Oh, here's Mark by 8. He's going to boom that one long. Will we get one more chance for a goal for JJ Rocks to take into the second? Or is Stumpy's prediction of a 3-0 going to become a bit more likely? It was 3-0 in game 1. Could be 4-0 in game 1. Oh, Nas! Will you be selfish, man?
Yeah, Nas passes it. Maybe he didn't need to, but maybe he didn't even mean to. But only with the one over the top. Nas sideways. Actually, yeah, it's on target. I thought that was just going off in fairness. But Ixo steals it away at the last minute. Wants to sit at the top of our table when we look towards next week for one of our points. And Ixo, my gosh, 757 points. Clearly the best player in the lobby on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if it's possible to look at those stats again. Apologies to our producers for like, oh, I've moved on from that or whatever. But I did notice that he only had 28 touches. He had half the touches of Nas, but got about 3 times as many score. If that's not efficiency, I don't know what is.
I mean, yeah, good for Ixo making sure that he is putting a stamp on the game. It's a shame that Nas isn't there.
Go at him.
I'm having a go at
Why?
Ixo for being too good in that game. So I want to see Nas pop off. I also want to see Mark go over 100 points. Come on.
Well, he's going to do that. He's going to get some saves in the next game. There was 0 on the save watch. So Mark by 8's average of, 2.33 saves per game is going to be absolutely torn into. So I'm slightly worried about this. I'm slightly worried that he'll be toppled.
And fingers crossed we're going to be seeing Mark absolutely schlang up the saves leaderboard. Get 9 in this next one to make it evens. Also, we're going to be fixing out these team names. The silly Billy admins put them on the wrong side of the pitch. How dare they?
I like you blaming the admins.
Yeah, and they're going to be sorted back around for this next one, so it will be nice and accurate. And find ourselves.
Why did you have to say accurate? That's not a thing. That's not fun. That doesn't add anything.
You laugh.
That's just quirk for the sake of it.
Yeah, of course it is. Easy peasy. We find ourselves here on Salty Shores Dusk.
And JJ Rocks did lose the first game. So that's the final thing to fix, and then we're all there. So it's 1-0 currently to Jobless. They won game 1 by 3 games to 0, and Mark by 8 didn't get a single save. Unbelievable.
Not one. And I want that selfishness out of Nas now. Nas on the blue team. On the right-hand side does actually get beaten out by Steak, but Ixo can try to take a touch low instead. Oli does it. Saves very strong. Can then get this one central, maybe. A nice bump from Mark. Just clear Oli a little bit away from that ball, but a block comes through on an open net, but Ixo saving it away.
Yeah, some shots though starting to come in from JJ Rocks. They're spreading about a little bit better in this first game. They're doing some fake challenges. I think they were all too predictable in the first game. Mark by 8 has already chucked in a couple of those, and it's making Jobless question what they're doing. As Catalysm backflips that one into the corner. Oli's coming in. His shot/cross is a little bit aggressive. That's better from them though. The decision making is just perfect, and look who gets the unselfish assist.
Love that from him. It's a lovely touchdown as well, and sending it back central where Oli has pretty much pre-jumped on it and send it towards the right-hand post. Mark by 8, he puts a hand up, but it does squeak past him. No contact made. Jobless 1-0.
Beautiful pass. I mean, Nas is doing everything right. He is being the dream team player for all the memes that we're doing about wanting him to be a bit more selfish and more involved. The passes that he's making,
a bit telegraphed.
the choices that he's doing, and that one was a little bit obvious. Were you waiting for that pass to the right there?
Yeah, I just sort of saw it coming from last game, to be completely honest. Like, that was quite a telegraph one. But that's okay, it's okay. Just getting a couple of ideas coming through. Oli is being an absolute menace, getting as many touches as he possibly can. Does not care really where they go, but he's making sure that it's not going to be any coherent touches coming in for JJ Rocks.
Here we go.
A 2v1, Ixo from the ceiling inside his goal. The in and out will not be enough, and Steak with JJ Rocks is first.
Oli chucks in a nice one. They're impressed by that. Stay gets the flip reset. Ixo maybe would have had a chance, but Catalysm just ensured that he couldn't adjust his octane to get towards that ball from the in and out save. And we do have JJ Rocks on the scoreboard. Oh, it's just starting to get a little bit worried that we were going to get, whisper it, but the perfect sweep. Nobody wants to see that. Not against poor little JJ Rocks. I like perfect
Don't call
sweeps.
them poor little JJ Rocks.
Well, they're
Put respect to Mark by 8's name.
I do respect Mark by 8 hugely, but he's just not made any saves this series yet, and I'm very sad about that.
That's what we want.
Yeah, he's in my fantasy Shift Summer League team as my goalkeeper.
You were laughing after week 1.
Yeah, what a wonder play that was. Now my dreams are in tatters around me. Could be 2-1. Go on, Castles. I'm unlucky. Here comes Oli. I'm not saying go on like specifically. I'd say go on.
Yes,
for
you
anyone
were.
on the team. No, I want a series. Okay, I think that's fair. I think that's fair for me to say I would like a series.
I don't think that is fair. I think you should be investigated.
Investigated.
Yeah, I want Jens and FinaDT to investigate you.
What, you want to get the admins on me?
I want to get the admins on you, mate, actually. Yeah, I reckon
I'm
so.
crawling with admins. They're all over me.
Yeah, I think so. We're approaching halfway through this game, but Nas trying to go up against Capitalism. Oli now on the open net.
Go on,
It's a
Oli,
lovely
see?
50. Again, nice. A very nice 50 from Nas here. Stays in the air, perfectly. Catalyst a little bit too far forward, I would say, but what you're going to do when the player is coming and barreling down upon you. 2-1 Jobless.
Another assist there for the Moroccan.
Brother, stop.
Well, he's just getting a lot of them. That could be a thing. Assist.
Oh, what,
That
a
could be a thing.
assist.
Yeah.
Assist? like Kazakhstan mustache man.
Yes, mustache man who wears tight clothing. Was that a quote from him?
Yeah.
I see. Nice one. That's a good one.
Assist?
That's something. Shut up. You can only say that when we have an assist. When we don't, you can't say that. You can't just chuck it out.
All right. Okay, I'll hold it. I'll keep that one in the pocket.
All right. Who have we got? We've got Oli the goalie. We've got an assist. And then what's Ixo up to?
He's Pixo.
Ixo
Last
good.
game he was Pixo.
He was.
He did
But
very
that's not
well.
really a specific thing. We've got like the assister. We need the finisher.
No, that's when he scores. It's Pixo.
Oh, okay. Sort of.
Oh, Oli. Oh, Oli the goalie starts to send it back into his own half. And Catalysm. My word. Catalysm, botulism. I don't know, destroys.
That was the true psycho right there. Nice demo as well. That was a
demo.
proper psycho. I feel like with a name like the Psycho, that's what it should be. The full-on. We used to call it a band touch. Do you remember?
I
We were
remember calling
first
it a
known
band
to
touch,
Aerial.
yeah.
Yeah, I liked that. What an assist that was from Oli the goalie.
Only the goalie, because goes the wrong way with it, unfortunately for him. Ixo will become Pixo on this play. Up for one, the reset. Oh, but it does get cut down by Steak, the
Spaniard?
Steak Bait.
Stake the bait. He just goes out there to get
Stake the
demoed, and then his team scores.
It's when he's playing hot, you know. It's when he's doing
Yeah.
really well. Oh, Pixo to only the goalie.
Oh,
Back towards Nas, but Ixo then again off that backboard.
oh, here comes Mark by 8, though he
What
shoots
is
it.
this?
Saved by Nas. Beautiful save. Apparently, only the goalie is a thing we're hearing in production, but this is a lead for JJ Rocks, Ginger Geniuses with 2 J's.
Oh my gosh, Steak cooked. He is baked on that play. Make sure that he gets it right dead middle of the net with a minute left. JJ Rocks on the precipice of winning a game versus Jobless.
The series has sprung to life whilst we've been making puns. Here's Mark by 8. Still yet to make any saves. This is unbelievable. Only the goalie does his job and clears it to the side. Catalysm's coming in though. Now Nas underneath. He looks in the centre for his teammates. Wants to get it 2-1. Oli, that almost fell to him. Would have been a nice assist. But not far on this occasion. 45 seconds left. And Jobless are on the cusp of conceding a game here.
Midfield though for Ixo on that back line. Nas does get the demo on the back if there was any question, but Ixo sends it so sweetly top corner.
So with Nas getting that demo, you could say it was...
I wouldn't, because Oda the goalie got the assist on that one, I reckon.
I'm trying to force it. My bad.
Yeah, we can wait. That's right. Well, all right. Going by how Nas has been playing so far, he's going to get a assist.
I hope so. I would be incredibly happy. Here
I'd
comes
be
Oli,
distraught
though. Gets
if he
marked by
doesn't.
8. Catalysm might have had a chance if he was a tiny bit further forwards. Not to be on this occasion is Steak. He's still
Steak?
cooking, as you said earlier, but not scored.
Steak Bake starting to go a little bit cool. Mark by 8. Off the backboard. Nas with only 30. It's going to be awkward to get it past that halfway line. In fact, Steak is going to be waiting there, but with no pressure, Ixo can clear it quite clear from his own half. Just playing a little bit of ping pong. Oli goes for a massive free jump. Nas goes for one as well, but actually makes contact.
Mark by 8's going to try and take out Oli. We love that from Mark by 8. Catalysm coming in for a last-second flip reset. Oli charges him down. Steak keeps it up for some reason. Here's a chance for Nas to get a pass towards Oli.
Nothing.
Does he go solo instead? It's going to be Oli
Oh.
following it, but it remains 3-3, and we have OT.
Mark got a save! Mark by 8's got this first
Hey!
save of the series!
Well done, Mark. I'm so glad you said Mark, by the way. I wasn't sure what you just screamed for a second.
So I was really excited. Mark by 8, our current saviour of the entire season.
2 come along at once.
2! Oh my gosh, like London buses out here.
Nas gets it towards Ixo. Could be
assist.
Ixo to the ceiling with him. It would be an assist, but it's saved by Catalysm. So much excitement in this series. Only now to the side. Ixo wants to steal it.
hello.
Ixo sends it high. And Nas just has to go, you guys play along. I'll wait behind. That's fine.
All right, Oda the goalie sending it back towards his own half. Then Nas straight toward Pixo. Up central. Another touch to Oli, but Mark by 8 doesn't count as a save, but in my heart it was.
Mark by 8's going to flick it forwards. Nas is already there. Let Steak bake, say the crowd. Love it. Here comes Nasa, he goes for the snapshot. If State gets it towards a teammate and they score, it still counts as an assist. What a first touch from Oli. That's actually unbelievable. He drops it down. It was so good, but it's not quite going to be a goal.
Literal, actual, picture perfect. But unfortunately, nobody saw the vision that Oli had. Oli towards that back line in the corner, sees Pixo central. Oli instead takes it low with a lovely 50. He then carries on flying towards that ball. He is getting touch after touch, but unfortunately, unable to make anything too concrete from it.
Mark by 8, the most confident man on the pitch of his 2 saves now. Just has to watch as Oli takes a touch. He's got Nas in the centre, but Nas just has to head back yet again. Perennial third man is poor old Nas. Just spins around that ball, tries to get past Catalysm. In comes State to win it. Ixo saves it. In comes Mark by 8 this time. It's to the side again. Ixo up against Catalysm. Ixo wins it. It's Nas's chance for a moment of glory. But Mark by 8 denies it to him. He'll have to go back to trying to make assists.
And you know what? That was a stunning save from Ixo as well. Like, he was positioned so awkwardly. Still managed to get it away, however. Now Catalysm challenging versus Oli. Over to the goalie, making sure that he goes central with it, but actually ends up going too far flying. The orange team's going to be loving the placement of this one.
Oh, he tries to flick it along, doesn't quite get it. Oli, though, is playing with such confidence. He is going for everything, clearly enjoying himself here on Salty Shores. State goes long. Mark by 8 and Catalysm underneath him. Oli is just waiting. I am scared of Oli right now, let alone the orange team.
Ixo, right-hand wall, gets up for one. The second is Oli crossbar totally open. Nas is there. It's not an assist, but it does come from Oli the goalie.
Now Oli just blocked it. He thought this could be going in against us. I'll get a touch then. Crazy old keeper is Oli. And Nas was like, oh, so can I score? And his teammates were like, yeah, go on. And that is 2-0 in game to Jobless.
Yeah, 2-0 Jobless. But you know what? This is what I mean. JJ Rocks are a good team. Like, they're playing so well. I don't understand how they've not won a series yet.
I guess they're getting close time after time, but when you start losing more. Do you know what I mean? When you stop believing that you can actually claim a victory, it is what seems to happen. And that's what's going on with JJ Rocks. But Jobless seem to have their winning streak back. Remember, this was a team that was 3-0 and then went 3-3. So a huge collapse last Wednesday. They are Tuesday Terrors.
I would also like to give us an update on what's happening in the rest of the entire show. So, over on the Oxygen versus Fake Joe and Amigos, that's Oxygen 2-0 versus them. Resolve are tying up against Espartago 1-1. Saudade 1-0 over Endpoint with our last week's MVP Toxic. And then Lunar Galaxy, no complexity this time, now playing with a Chronic. They are 2-0 over 100%.
Lunar Galaxy X Lunar Galaxy X Complexity, as they are hereby known. So they've actually doubled their X's, and we respect them for that. Yeah. Game 3, Jobless 2 to the good. Can they see it over the line? Or will JJ Rocks step up like we know they can? Who are you looking at, Stumpy? Who is on your mind for JJ Rocks to say this is a player that's going to drag them back?
I mean, Catalysm's a pretty stunning player. He's very good. He's always just sort of been, he's been ever present, I feel. He's always been cutting about somewhere. So maybe Catalysm is the vote for me, because I feel like Mark by 8, for all his plaudits of getting the saviour of the season so far. that's a filthy one. Oh my gosh, another Psycho sort of somewhere in the middle. Not a true Psycho, I suppose, but a redirect. And again, I believe that came from Catalysm.
Oh, Catalysm charging it forward again. So Mark by 8 can have a little nibble at this one. Up against Nas, who just does the clean thing, but it doesn't work out well for him on this occasion. There's a good save there from Ixo. And what I will say about Ixo's goalkeeping, he always doesn't just get a block. He's so good at redirecting the ball to safety among his save. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, he finds either a teammate or goes into the corner, makes it less awkward for his defenders. I think the best thing about watching Ixo defensively is that he's always planning 1 or even 2 steps ahead a lot of the time. And then when he doesn't, that's then when you see those issues come through for any given person. But it's so rare from Ixo to let that slip.
Definitely a player that if you want to learn how to defend in Rocket League, watch Ixo. He certainly got that one locked down. But so far in this game, it's Jobless struggling to lock down the game. Catalysm takes out Nas. That is brilliant bumpery.
Yeah, it's nice as well, just making sure that Mark's in, I mean, to be honest, the perfect place. Catalysm turning, going for the bump on Ixo, stopping his movement, and then Nas being the second person to stop. Halts them both in their tracks. 1 in favour of JJ Rocks.
Can they keep a lead? They've been chasing the series this entire time, and suddenly They've been the better team so far in game number 3, even taking the goal out of it. The ball's been in the blue half. It could be another one. Steak passes.
They
Does he
hit
pass?
it, yeah.
Yeah, we'll call it a pass.
Oh, go on. Oh. I heard the goalie tried to put on his shooting boots. Didn't get too far with it.
He did not indeed. Ixo will have a go himself, though. He misses on the corner. And Martbay can come in. I'm still stung from that shooting attempt from Steak. That hurts somewhat. Here's Oli's turn to the backboard. In comes Nas. And that's just not who should be scoring.
Put a GoPro on Catalysm and you wouldn't be able to tell if it took a picture or whether it was a 5-second video. He just stopped moving.
What are you on about?
He doesn't know where he's gone. He saw the ball go above him and he didn't move. It was just completely still. Oh gosh, well I've just been flabbergasted.
Other headcam recorders are available. In comes Steak.
so.
It might be 2-1. He's almost there. Catalysm onto the backboard. Anyone going to shoot this ball? Not quite here. Steak has another turn. Oh, Steak, lad. Shots you shouldn't miss, pal. It's a training pack. It would help you.
Steak is not cooking. The steak bake is currently raw in the oven. It's regressed. It's become wetter.
Back into its firm form.
Exactly.
Catalysm
It's
shoots.
become
Over the
frozen.
goalie. Gets a save.
Very nice.
Things we love to see. Anyway, in comes Steak again. He's
1-2.
according to the game, had 2 shots. Which I think is fair.
That's my goat. Oli, midfield, tries to go for a pogo, I think, or just
Pogo
sort of
in.
lands.
Oli-poly.
Nas with 1, but sent away by Catalysm. Oli right-hand side. Got a midfield play happening at the moment. Nas realises he has a little bit of time.
Ooh, a bump.
Ixo gets firmly in his way as he respawns.
Yeah, terrible respawn there from Ixo.
It's awful.
Ixo's going to have to try and turn around this one, but instead leaves it to Oli. In comes Steak. A man who should have scored at least 1 goal this game. Has he scored 1 goal? Who scored? It was marked by 8. Still made only
They
2
scored
saves
3
so far
goals.
this entire season.
They scored 3 goals, bear in mind, in the previous game.
did?
JJ Rock.
The team, do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, fair. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Nice
Very
clearance
good.
there from Ixo towards Steak. His touch is clean enough to be able to at least try to get a second bite of the cherry. In comes Martbay to clear it long. Lots of ping pong right now until Nas just puts it on a plate for his teammate Oli. And he's just coming back underneath. So clean rotations for Jobless, not rushing anything. Once again, they have found they've put themselves back into a game after going behind. Martbay up against Oli. Oli has
Good
to win
idea.
it. He does. Now in
Oh.
comes Nas, and suddenly it is Nas hoovering up these freebies.
I said it was a good idea, but Capitalism, with not enough power or conviction, where on earth did the final player go? Literally where on the pitch is Steak? Did he get bumped?
know.
I didn't quite see. Did you see if he got bumped?
I honestly didn't know. I didn't see that corner.
Yeah,
I
I
was
didn't
having a
see
sit.
it. I looked at Steak's number 5 on my keyboard, pressed 5, and then by that
you?
point it was the end of the replay. Yeah, and I just didn't see it.
That's so pro. Are you Johnny Boy with strats like that? That's like proper.
I could be,
stuff.
mate. I could be.
I could be a Johnny Boy.
Alright, I'm a Johnny Boy.
Wait, fair enough.
Oh.
That's a very sensual sounding Johnny Boy at all.
Oh, cool. I like to count Rocket League.
Catalysm shoots! He fakes!
Oh, no, he doesn't!
Nas somehow gets the save. Marked by 8 with the shot on target it was in the end. Oli then beats Catalysm, stakes underneath Ixo. Ixo goes to the double.
Ixo?
Oh,
Ixo?
he hits the crossbar. Marked by 8 doesn't even get a save for it. Now Catalysm, no boost. Stake behind him. The 50's lost towards Stake. It's good challenge play. Stake doesn't get the shot
Whoa.
away again. He passes it to Marked by 8, but it's behind him. And the chance goes begging.
That all got a little bit ugly, I think. That all got a little bit creepy, a little bit scary. They couldn't quite work their way into the net. The defense staying strong the final 30 seconds, though, and it is a big attack for JJ Rocks. Steak!
Whoa.
What was
Catalysm
that?
is going to... Yeah, we definitely need a bit of a training pack right now for Steak. But I back him to get the winner, right. Steak's getting the... Oh, no, it's 2-1. Steak's going to get the equaliser, I believe. I thought it was OT approacher, but it's not.
No, definitely not. Final 10 seconds, though. They need 1 goal to make it OT. Catalysm removes Nas from the pitch. Steak then sends it central. Catalysm's there, but they both get beaten by Oli. Final seconds, and it all comes down to Steak. He's currently frozen. He keeps control of the ball. Runs out of all
Good win.
boost. Marboye
Marcelo
is
boost.
there, going towards corner. Central. Nas, touch, floor, jobless dub.
That is what Nas does. They're all gone. Wow. We're watching the car celebration thing. All of Jobless have just
They're
skedaddled
out.
instantly. They're out of here. We didn't even see them jumping about, which is a sad thing. But what matters is they win the series 3-0. Nas with another beautifully clean game of Rocket League there. Even at the end, it's like the man was playing drop shot, knew exactly where to put it to kill the game and claim the win for his team. And Jobless, They've brought themselves back from the doldrums of being 3-3. They're back in positive series territory.
I will say though, Cole, you tried to give them a cheeky little one game. You tried to say that, maybe you gave a pity game. I'll call it a pity game. It was a pity game.
Why was it a pity game?
Because they didn't get one.
So it was retroactively a pity game?
No, at the time it was a pity game as well, because everybody knew that it wasn't going to be coming in.
So it's not because they didn't get one, because that implies that it's a retro and whatever. Whatever, I don't care what you think.
Don't try and argue against me, because I don't know my point.
Stumpy is saying words. Can you save us? I'm sick of him.
What else do you want me to do? I can
Muted
also
on Discord, Jam. You're muted on Discord.
I'm muted on Discord.
Hey!
What do you want me to do? If he does words, I'm also here to do words. We're all
You could
been
call it
hired
a
here to do
speech
words.
jammer.
I can do a mime.
Yeah.
This is
That's
Can you
nice.
mime in Latin?
jam trapped in a jar, I suppose. I don't know.
Why are you trying to push him to do Latin so frequently?
I want to sort of see him mime some Latin. That's not weird.
Mime some Latin.
Yeah.
Can we move
Sure.
on?
I don't know.
Just probably not.
In any case, I made a prediction. I made a very bold prediction about JJ
did.
Rocks having a chance in this series, and well, what shall I say? It's just too hard for JJ Rocks to do anything in this one. It felt like they had to work twice as hard to get a ball into shooting position compared to Jobless, and yeah, for Jobless it was just natural man advantage, efficient and patient play from Jobless. Yes, Mark got his saves, yes, but it's just not enough. And those rushes, like right now, colors might be a little bit misleading, but it is Jobless scoring those first goals in game number 1. Not just first goals, it's a 4-0 to Jobless. A complete another dismantling. Yes, the game number 2 ended in overtime. We played extra 2 minutes, and then the last game was also tooth and nail. But you could see how JJ Rocks were throwing themselves at the ball at the very end. It was just never enough players. Maybe if they had a fourth one, maybe if a certain jar of jam would have gotten on the field, maybe they had a chance. But alas, it's 3-0 for Jobless, 0-3 for JJ Rocks, and they're still looking for their first win, JJ.
I would also like to say that when we look at the other teams that you support Jar of Jam, another one has wrapped up. Saudade, 3-0 over Endpoint, by the way. What a win to start off their week.
Come again for Big Fudge?
Saudade, win.
I love Saudade. I'm excited for Saudade as well. They're a team that have won my heart with their performance. I think we casted them once, and ever since then, I was like, I love these guys more than any other teams. The fact they're still claiming wins, it's an Endpoint who are running very well. They were 4-2, now 4-3. They go to the same rating as Jobless too, so it's all squozing up there.
That's English.
Yeah, squoze.
Absolutely squozing.
It was squoze.
Squoze. Yeah, it's close. We are hip. We are with the cool kids.
Exactly.
Just better not do this with my hands, otherwise God knows what I'm going to show with them. God. In any case, yeah. So that if we're talking about that team, we have highlighted them on Twitter at ShiftRLE, and Mitzer is one of those players on the up and up. And really, if you want a new and exciting player to be following, check out Mitzer. Check out his play. Today, I do not believe we have a Saudade game, so we're just going to be bringing you the updates, but we're definitely going to be hoping to see them perhaps tomorrow, because, hey, folks, it's 2 days over Rocket League. Today and tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Central European Summer Time. It is Shift Summer League. Next week, guess what? Tuesdays and Wednesdays, once again, 7 p.m. Central European Time. Once again, we're right here. And then the finals week, the playoffs is all coming up to that, and a big $20,000 prize pool. I think I've covered pretty much everything in terms of what is happening, why is this happening, and where this is happening. I think we're pretty good. Is everybody informed, folks, in the chat? Is everybody informed? I sure hope so.
Yes.
Nice thumb up if you're informed, everybody. Give Jam a thumb up.
Hey, and we are also expecting a little interview, as is now a tradition right here on Shift Pro League. And the winner of Jobless's EXO is going to be joining us in just a second. If anybody wants to ask anything from EXO, then post it in chat. Gentlemen, maybe you would like to have some questions for the winner?
I mean, me and Ixo we got history, man. Last time I interviewed Ixo, it did the rounds on Twitter on the RLCS. I don't think he's gonna want to be hearing too much from me. I think I'd like to ask him about what he thinks their final position is going to be through this league play and what he generally thinks of a league play format. It's always like hearing from the players.
I would like to know about Ixo's thoughts on Nas, who's been putting in stunning performances, but I'd love to hear what his team think about him behind the scenes, as in as a player.
All right. It is time to bring Ixo on the screen. Ixo, thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations on this victory starting the week, right?
Thank you.
Well, this has been a performance of two sides, I suppose, for Jobless. Of day number 130, we're looking at you and thinking, wow, you guys are doing great. Next day, 0-3, a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde situation. What do you think has contributed to that? And are we going to see perhaps a change of pace come this week?
I think the Jekyll and Hyde performance is mainly due to the fact it's the off season, and we're still getting used to playing with Naz, obviously. But yeah, we're pretty confident we can come into every day and 3-0 each team, or like have good performances at least. Obviously, we looked pretty bad last week, but yeah, I think we can win basically every series we play. So,
really immediately going to that. Cole has actually asked, what are your thoughts on Nas as a player, as a teammate? How have you been gelling with him? He seems to be one of those folks who will be really, again, another up star, or by this point already has made a name for himself, a star by himself. So what do you think about Nas in general?
Yeah, he's very talented. He's obviously like a up and coming, like, world-class player, in my opinion. Like, he hasn't really shown the world like what he truly has yet, because obviously he's so young. Then obviously he's shown everyone in 1v1 how insane this ceiling is. On M80, I was obviously impressed as well. I mean, they didn't have the best playoff runs, but you know, I think as a whole this season upcoming, he could be a really like top talent in EU or wherever region he wants to play in. Yeah, he's very talented, really good in every area, and he's a great kid.
Is there any chance we're going to be seeing Jobless getting a job and getting an org come next season, or is it still up in the air? Any spoilers?
It's looking dry, I'll be honest. It's looking very, very dry. I mean, you can thank Psyonix for that. I mean, they've not done a very good job of making it appealing for orgs to come in.
Oh, well, thankfully we have Shift Summer League, and we're having a really great time over here. So what about just a league format in general? It has been a long time since RLCS has implemented something like that. I think you will remember the league times. What do you think about the return of it? Would you like to see more of it?
Yeah, I like the format. I mean, it'd be better if there was like more world-class teams playing in this event, but I don't know why they declined. But yeah, I really do like the format. I mean, I'd prefer if there was only 9 games played instead of 18, because I think it's a bit tedious to play each team twice. But I understand they probably tried to make some money off the stream times or whatever, so it makes sense. But yeah, as a whole, it's a good format. Yeah, it's a good format.
And finally, there was a question from Stumpy, who asked, what do you think your final position be in the league, both in league play and perhaps in the playoffs as well? Where do you measure yourself ending up?
First in both. I mean, we want to win the tournament, so if I think anything below that, I'm a pretty poor competitor, you know. But I think first.
Pure, unbridled honesty from Ixo. Ixo, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations once again on the win, and best of luck in your next matchup. Actually, let me very quickly check out what that's going to be. Spartaco is going to be your next match, so good luck with that.
Thank you.
Alrighty, let's bring the boys back in, and again, complete and utter honesty from Ixo. He's going to be number one. There's no doubts about that.
I mean, yeah, that's what we love to see. Like, when it comes to Tweak, so you're going to get exactly what you want. It's not going to be the answer that the advertisers will love, that the Epic are going to love all the time. But I love it. I think everybody really enjoys seeing the honesty from these players. That's literally why we talk to them. And I also love the confidence coming from him, Cole, saying first in both. Obviously, like why else are we here?
Yeah, I think he's the sort of personality that will always say that. We will see if that's how it ends up being. Hopefully for Jobless and fans of Jobless, last week will have been their poor performance. You know, they can sometimes do that, like perform below their own standards, like on a day. I think for that, they're a team that if they have a poor series, it will turn into 2 or 3. But beautifully, this format and its length does enable that. So it should be good for Jobless to certainly make it into those playoffs. And then from there, who knows? Just needs one good day.
They have a lot still to play. This is only the first series of day number 3. We have 6 match days of league play. There's, of course, the double elimination playoffs for yet another week. A quick update on the results. We, of course, had the series of Jobless versus JJ Roxanne 3-0. Resolve has won versus Espartaco 3-1. Sodad, as you already mentioned during the broadcast, 3-0 to Endpoint. And Little Galaxy 100%, as well as Fake German Amigos and Oxygen are currently tied 2-2. So to keep the interest and intrigue just a little bit up, I'm going to bring you those results after the break.
Whoa.
Thinking my friends all hate me. Can't seem to get up off the ground. Feeling myself go crazy. Starting fires all around me, but you find a way to put them out. All my hope is burning down. Reel me in when I'm shutting all my doors and locking myself in. Reel me in when I'm tripping on my words and filled with emotions. Who knew I needed a savior to be there when I'm in danger? Reel me in when I'm shutting all my doors and locking myself in. People here don't get me. Taking a trip to my hometown. Can't wait to leave this city. Thoughts in my head get heavy, but I know that I'll never drown. 'Cause you'll be there to pull me out. Reel me in when I'm shutting all my doors and locking myself in. Reel me in when I'm tripping on my words and filled with emotions. Who knew I needed a savior to be there when I'm in danger? Reel me in when I'm shutting all my doors and locking myself in.
It's hard to feel myself, but you miles away. I've been wondering why you cannot stay. Till the sky's blue when they're always gray. Trying to swim myself, but I can't find a way. Dia, Ania, where did you go? I feel ya. Dia, Ania, where did you go? Where did you go? myself with you miles away. I've been wondering why you cannot stay. Till my sky's blue when they're always gray. Trying to see myself, but I can't find a way. It's hard to feel myself with you miles away. I've been wondering why you cannot stay. Till my sky's blue when they're always gray. Trying to see myself, but I can't find a way. Dina, I need you. Where did you go? I feel you. Dina, I need you. Where did you go? Where did you go?
Folks, welcome back to Shift Summer League Jam here with Stumpy and Cole. First series of the day has come and gone. JJ Rocks have been thoroughly defeated by the Jobless, and as you see, just a little ticker now, the JJ Rocks are just on the job application for the Jobless. Let's see if they can get anything with it. But as Ixo has said, everything is still up in the air. That roster is looking great, and yeah, chances are they're going to continue on doing a great job coming up again in the coming weeks, since there's lots to play for. But let's talk about our next and upcoming game, and this is the main dish. We just had an appetizer. I think this is the main course. Luna Galaxy.
This is the best bit. The main bit's the best bit. Yeah.
Yes, and Oxygen. Oxygen, by the way, also has an X in their name if we really want to do this. If you really want to do this.
Oxygen.
No?
We can't force it. It was so natural before.
Okay.
But yeah, no, this is certainly the match today. Oxygen versus Luna Galaxy are probably the two teams, apart from maybe Resolve, that if you were to look at this list of teams, I would certainly be putting my eye towards. They're certainly in that cluster of 3 or 4 teams that are the real heavyweights here in the Shift Summer League. I can't wait to see how this one goes. Luna Galaxy coming off the back of a 3-2 win. Oxygen coming off the back of a 3-2 win. They both had to fight through. It was OT for Oxygen, and it wasn't OT for Luna Galaxy. Therefore, they're better. Therefore, they'll win.
Well, I mean, I think something you have to consider too is that we saw Oxygen on the cusp of getting reverse swept, which is quite a scary place to be in. They won the first game 2-0, then they won the next game 4-1, and then unfortunately for them, they then lost 2 overtimes in a row, and then finally squoke out that third overtime to win the series 3-2 overall. So I think this is going to be a good chance for Oxygen to either put themselves even further ahead in the table, or a little bit of a closer chance for Luna Galaxy to claw their way closer to them on top.
And speaking of Luna Galaxy, as you just seen on that roster screen, CRR is out, Chronic is stepping in, and this is the reason why we're no longer saying X Complexity. The American import is out, Chronic is in. So this is now just Luna Galaxy.
Well, no, instead we're saying Luna Galaxy X, Luna Galaxy X complexity. So they've actually got double the X's. So it's fine. It still works. Just a little bit, less.
Bit more
natural.
cumbersome.
Yeah, a tad more.
Are we going to allow it, Stumpy? Are we allowing that?
He's not the X Master.
Yeah, I think we allow it. I think
He
we
is
do.
the X Master. If he says we can, we can.
I just don't think I'll be saying it. I'm going to leave Cole out to dry.
What? I like it now.
Nah, happens.
X.
X complexity.
All right.
Hey!
He shows. You do it like that. I do it like this. Like you're like, oh, strong. I'm like, no.
Nah, I'm like,
Stop.
just yeah. You're like a lollipop man. You're like standing there like, no, children, stop trying to cross the road. And I don't know, Wolverine, I suppose, or other bladed superheroes are available.
Are available.
Name one.
No, we can't.
I wouldn't like to.
wouldn't
I
care to.
wouldn't like to personally, Jam.
I'm not sure if it's about liking or not, folks. Maybe the Twitch chat knows any bladed heroes. We're going to be here and having a little bit of fun before the first game, rather before the second series is gonna start. So, gentlemen, maybe a little bit of return of everybody's favorite game. You'll remember how it's called. It's that wonderfully named. Basically, just guess. Last
I
time.
want the name. I want the name. Thank you, Jam. Please.
Okay. La 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 la. Jam presents. Guess which one of the players in Shift Summer League has participated in RLS or RLCS or RLS Season 9 or JPK Wood 9 for sure. I'm not even going to try for that
Stumpy,
last one.
have you broken him?
I think
I'm
that was
having a
Latin
stroke.
again.
Latvian. I keep saying Latvian. Why does nobody listen? Again, the rules are very simple. Last time we had League Play was RLCS Season 9. But as luck would have it, now that the Shift Summer League has returned with League Play, there are some players who have participated both in Season 9 and this event as well. We're counting coaches, we're counting player, we're counting RLCS, and we're counting RLRS or Rival Series as well. So far, it's 4-1 in favor of Stumpy. So Cole,
Pretty well.
I give you a start if you would like to make a guess. The easiest would be just to look at perhaps at the players at the Shift Summer League, or just throw out any guesses.
Wait, how many more are there? So I thought we went through them all last time. There's
No,
more.
absolutely
Hey,
not.
wait,
Let
is
me very
this pros that are currently competing now, just outside of Shift Summer League?
This is the everybody who has participated both in or participating now in Shift Summer League, as well as everybody who has played in Season 9 of RLCS or Rival Series. And
So
again,
those in the middle of the Venn
there's coaches.
diagram.
So it's
RLCS
EU and
season
NA.
9,
Exactly.
EU and
Shift
NA.
Summer League.
And to answer your question, 12 in total, and we've only gotten 5
And
out
that's
of
of
these
EU.
I'd like to give
only
Cole
only
a three-player
This is
head
EU
start.
broadcast. EU broadcast. Come on.
Oh,
All right.
man,
I mean, I
okay.
can't remember which ones we said.
If you
I
want
actually
to
got
quickly
one
remember.
that Jam didn't have, and I said tadpole, and he
I
was
was about
correct.
to say tadpole.
No, I said
Oh,
that last time.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
you're right.
remember that you said it last time, as if I remember that.
He
That's
has.
not part of the game.
He has.
Remember it? No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe you, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Right, who played in RLCS Season 9? Definitely not cheating. I definitely don't have a list of players over here that I can look through.
As long as
and
it's not the
even-
RLCS Season 9 list, so.
No, how about Tox? Was he there? He was in the RLRS, right?
No, not according to my information. So, sorry.
Your information? What, like, you haven't got like some dusty books that you've got it down to in a cave going, Tox wasn't there.
All right, one quick prediction, or rather, one quick guess from you, Stumpy, and then we're going to go and talk about our next series.
Throw yes. Get it right. You're
And it's
rubbish.
only EU. I'm
No
going
one
to
likes
go
you.
with. How have we only got half of them?
I don't know.
Less than
How many
half.
people? There wasn't that many
was
people.
Mark by 8? Mark, have I said Mark by 8?
Yes, you have said Mark.
Andy
Laugh,
the
Cole.
Mandy. How about him?
Because
he
Yes,
there knocking about
that
in
is
season
correct.
9?
Oh, you got
That is
Andy the
correct. He is the
Mandy.
coach for
Was he
Endpoint now. Previously, he was the coach for Notorious Legion Esports.
Notorious, obviously. Notorious Legion.
Alrighty. Well, that actually brings us to 4-2 in the standings. And just to keep it interesting, we're going to return to this game later on. Speaking of which, I also promised to return to the score lines again. Or the boys, you have already mentioned it. The Oxygen have won versus the fake German Amigos 3-2, and Luna Galaxy has won versus 100%. So that is a moot point. But what isn't a moot point is predictions. And this is going to come close. It's going to come close to a wire. So bring it on, Oxygen or Luna Galaxy?
Oxygen, they're on like a 5-win streak. They'll keep on winning for me. Luna Galaxy are good, but I mean the fact that they've had to have people step in and step out, that doesn't help their prep. So yeah, big old OXG for me.
I'm going to be also going with Oxygen. I think to me they're the favourites to win this entire tournament. They were at the most recent major. They are a better team than I think anybody else here. I'm going to have to go with OXG for me. How about you, JOJ?
Well, the JOJ, to be contrary, and also to maybe be very smug at the end of the series, if the score does go the way of Luna Galaxy, I'm gonna pick Luna Galaxy. Again, this is a strong roster. Spaniards, a German, a Portuguese player. It's gonna be really cool to see them. So, without any further ado, and this time in Latvian, just to drive the point home for you, Stumpy and Cole. Mostly
Latin,
Cole,
yeah.
I think. Latvian.
Latin, yeah.
Šī ir Latviešu līga. Like sākt otro spēli. Let's go.
I don't think he can speak Latvian, you know.
That was beautiful. I mean, we couldn't call him out. I mean, it might be right. Who knows? Who in chat knows Latvian? Do a one in chat if that was really, or do one in chat if that was fake Latvian.
As in
And you
Latin.
speak Latvian, of course.
So we want some Romans in here to tell us what's what.
Yeah, we want people roaming about. Game 1, loading up between these two behemoths within this event. Luna Galaxy,
score
Sans Complexity. I'll go 3-1. I'll go 3-1 again.
I'm going to go 3-0.
Wow, you are strong with the 3-0s, aren't you?
I am. I'm going to go with it. And that is an immediate start for Oski Palms. Big man Palmer. he kicks off immediately. Wish he did that for England a bit more.
Yeah, Oski Palms giving the opponent sweaty palms of that beginning there. Bundling it home from the kickoff. And what an easy start from Gorio with a G. Cheers, lads, as always. I can't wait for them to get told off in between the first game and the second one.
Right. They've already been told off. Do you want to know why? Oh, what a bump from Archie, gosh, I don't know who it was. Was it Oski Palms? Was it Ollie Palms? Okay, it's Archie. Okay, yeah, it was a bump from Goyo. No, do you want to know why already we've seen an issue come out from Archie?
Well, we are going to have to restart the server, which is going to be something going on, so we can discuss what you're discussing. So, sorry, that put me off. Why were they told off, did you say?
So, it was told off because Archie loaded into the lobby called SSL referee.
Oh, Archie's name was SSL
Archie
referee.
called himself SSL referee.
How
When he
can
loaded
you-
into the game, and then the admin was like, "You've
No.
got to change that." And Archie's like,
Let's just imagine, right? Let's imagine that Cole Palmer, that's one of the players that they've riffed on so far in this event.
We're changing
He's
server,
finally
by the
brought on like Gareth Southgate. He's got his hood up, he's got his zip up, right? And the referee lifts up the number, I don't know, 14 or whatever. Cole Palmer coming on. Right? I think we're leaving this lobby, one sec.
Yeah, we
and
are,
then
Gonna give it to me, then I can get us in.
yeah, I can give it to you while I'm riffing.
Yeah.
And then Cole Palmer, he's got like a cheeky grin on his face. And all the other England players next to you, David Beckham's there going, "Oh no, Cole, you shouldn't."
David Beckham.
Yeah, Michael Owen. Michael Owen is
Beckham's in
going
the
like, "Oh,
dugout.
you really shouldn't there, Cole." And Cole's like,
Yeah, Alan Shearer's like,
Alan Shearer's like, "Ooh,
he's
you
gonna
should-
do
you
it,
should
lad. He's
do it."
gonna do it, like.
No, he's not going to do it. Surely not, says Alan. And then, right, Cole Palmer just lowers his zip. He's only wearing a referee top, and he's got a little yellow card. And he runs on there.
What's he like?
The ref comes up to him and goes, "Literally, what are you doing?" And he goes, he's going around and going, "Look, everyone, look, it's me."
And the referee's like, "Leave. You go away. Get changed." And then obviously he then walks off the pitch, gets changed because he's still a good person, and then comes back on. But what he's done is delayed the start of the match. I think that's the issue that we're really trying to push
He's
through
done well
here.
to let the start of the match as a sub as well. I think somewhere our story has faded away a little bit. But I do feel like Cole Palmer would never be so stupid to think that he can get away with that. That is funny when you are a professional e-sportsman.
He's an official
Child.
e-athlete, and here he is putting on the wrong jersey.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
those kids that we have to deal with. Unbelievable. But we are getting there. We're sorting our way back into this lobby, and we'll go back up. We can confirm that there's discussions around the scoreline going on currently because there were those couple of early goals that went in for Oxygen, and understandably, Lunar Galaxy might be questioning those because the question was when did the servers feel off for them. So we'll have to have the admin's decision on that, and it will be final, and we'll question it, whatever it is.
I reckon, you know what? It's not the RLCS. We can question it a bit.
Really?
I think so, because if we come back in and it's 4-0 to either team, I don't think that's right.
that would be how the ref gets them back.
I think I'd
The ref
contest
goes,
that.
oh,
personally.
Cole Palmer, I've got one for you, mate. Check the scoreboard.
Oh. Ooh. And he scored 3 own goals, and Spain are winning 3-0.
I mean, to be fair, if it's Cole Palmer, he'll see the 4-0, he'll be going,
Bless him. It's very funny when he just stands there in the picture just... And it's like, yeah, that's really good, Cole Palmer. That's full of personality.
oh, dear.
Okay, so
Good
we're going to be
times.
going back into the lobby. We can confirm it's going to be... oh my god, sorry. Oh my gosh. Look in this lobby. SSL referee is currently on Oxygen Esports.
How's the what?
Because
that's
they
the test lobby. That's the test lobby, surely.
Oh yeah, it must be. But I thought Oski went so far and managed to get an account with the RLCS referee tag on it for a second,
man.
and then I saw Archie walk.
That'd be great.
I thought he just somehow managed to squeak that one out. But yeah,
If he's
going
committed
back
to the bit,
2-0, 455.
Managed to get himself an RLCS referee tag. That's just breaking every rule in the book. I'm pretty sure you can't trade those things or trade accounts or anything
Definitely
naughty like that. Exactly. So that would be Oski.
Do you remember when it came down to the final day of trading, when trading was still around, and I traded you back the Alpha Boost that I'd been using for about 4 or 5 years at that point?
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah.
That's good. We left it to the last minute for content, didn't we? I think we took a screenshot and they thought, oh, we might tweet this out.
Didn't. Yeah. I've got it
Okay,
somewhere,
right.
though.
Let's play a game. On kickoff, please don't touch ball or boost. Who's
Okay.
gonna? There will be one. Chat can play along as well. They've been told that when it restarts, not to touch the ball or boost. All 6 players. Now, someone's gonna mess this up. No, Stumpy, don't tell them to do it. That's naughty.
I put Archie, be a lad, and touch the ball and the boost.
Oski Barnes says no.
No. All caps. No.
Right. Okay. Captain Fisticuffs is gonna be Oski.
All right. I want Oski's going to hold him back. He's not worth it. He's not worth it.
Who's it gonna be? Obviously, you guys can't see. You'll have to take our word for it. I'll have to, I don't know, commentate.
But I will say, though, everyone stay still. Everyone's done it. Nobody
They didn't have a
moved.
chance not to.
I don't think they trusted them, in fairness. Okay,
Yeah,
guys, we're about to get back in the game. Nobody touched the ball. Nobody touched the boost. So fair enough. And Archie is still called Archie Walk. So we're about to get back into it. No problem. 2-0, 4:55.
Kicking off now. 2-1. It's 2-0. 4:55. How did you know? You're so smart. And then you can touch the ball now.
Yeah, type it. No, don't.
no.
We got told off last time for typing.
And rightly so, because I listened to you and I was like, oh, somebody's going to find me funny if I do it now. And I got told off. I'm like, oh, no. I'm the kid crying and just like, ugh.
Thankfully, we got a new server, which is good. There's another goal. Oxygen going one more up, 3-0, 4:46.
Last time we had 2 kickoff goals before the server change request came in. How many more goals are Auction going to score in this opening 20 seconds? Oh, I might be on the other way. Oh, it's a goal bonanza in the early days. Here are game number 1. Only game number 1. We're already 3 goals deep. 20 seconds in or 27 seconds in. So it's looking like it's going to be a fun one over here for Oxygen. And Oxygen, they've been turning on the style, mate. Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think this is the first time that we have seen... Oh! I was going to say,
finish
a
your
Chronic, this player, play against Oski since they were teammates.
Do you know the answer?
No, I don't. I'm looking now.
Okay. Do I think it's the first time that Auction has played Lunar Galaxy? I'll go... No, I think they might have played before because Oxygen had, that 1 second place and they got themselves to the major. They would have played a lot of teams, so I'll say yes, they had played.
Okay. I'm going to have a quick gander.
Oh, you're still looking?
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine, mate. That's fine. I'll forgive you. You are forgiven.
Yeah, they've played.
That's cool. When? You gonna tell us any more info?
Yeah. Calm down. I'm doing the control there. Chill out.
All right, sorry, I'm the bad guy. Oh, big goal almost. Chronic stage. Do you want me to like commentate?
Major
on my way
2, EU Open Qualifier 4, and Lunar Galaxy won it as well, by the way.
in? Really, what? The one that actually ended up
3-1.
going second in?
They came top 4 in that one.
Oh, was that not their second?
That was, yeah, they beat them 3-1 in the Swiss. Lunar Galaxy went 3-1 in that Swiss, and then they lost it to Gentlemates. Rip, that happened.
Gosh, one of the few teams who've been beaten by Gentlemates online ever.
Yeah, but this is the second time that these two have played by the looks of things.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. Unbelievable.
How's that for a stat?
That's a good stat, man. That's a very good stat. Has Atto played a Chronic?
I'm not looking.
Oh, are you done looking?
Well, yeah, because Atto's not relevant.
Oh, no,
in
but it's
thi-
liquid.
in this. Oh, no, but he's not going to. He's not going to play him in this.
All right, I'm just curious. But fine, you piqued my curiosity. I'm trying to show interest in your thoughts. But instead, I'll just talk about Goyo getting a double flip reset backwards. Nice one, Goyo.
Yeah, Goyo couldn't score from it, unfortunately for him. Archie walked with a stonker of a pinch going towards the right-hand wall. Goyo back central. Goyo is
doink.
Joyo, and that is a stunning little touch, a nice little bit round, finished off, weak as you like, by Oski Pound.
Yeah, but that is a demo. Oh, he dodged. It's not a doink. No one cares. Goyo then put it forward, then Oski was waiting. I think Archie would have scored had he not dodged into that. But to be fair,
You
it was
think?
fine. Yeah, no, I don't think. Sometimes with the doink, you do need to dodge. It does exist. There are times even I dodge. And that maybe was one of those moments. I need to see it from his perspective to judge him.
It's rare, though. I do normally feel like not dodging, i.e. doinking, is better.
Ooh, you can generate more angle if you dodge. If you like backflip and then ping it, you can change the angle a bit more.
But you
doink
can
is if it's
rarely
coming
shoot
towards the
with
goal.
it because of the angle that you get, especially like if you're in one of those positions.
That's true.
A doink's more of a shot, I would say, you know?
Whereas a backflip is like a redirect.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, well, it's a proper boot onward rather than like a skimming header.
This game is not as close as I thought it would be. This just seems like a bit of a steamroll so far, which I won't lie, I'm disappointed about. I was expecting a match, and I still am expecting a match, but game one is just a clattering. I don't know if it was the disruption at the start that's maybe put Lunar Galaxy off their game, but, you know, I expect more from Atomic, Acronic, and Tox.
Yeah, I mean, I think compared to what we saw from them previously as well, when they were a brilliant team, I want to see a little bit more. But Acronic, this is only his second match back in. In the previous one, they did end up winning, of course, in that game 5. It was only 1-0 though against 100%, a team that is currently sitting third in the table. So a good
They're
team.
doing very
So,
well.
yeah.
100%. Yeah, they're doing great. It's Oski up against Archie, the two of them racing to the ball. We'll see if there are any more just big charges forward here from Oxygen. There's Goyo. I feel like it should be pronounced Goyo rather than Goyo. With G.
Goyo is in like Joyo, as we normally say it.
Well, that's my point, that normally it's Joyo, obviously. I feel like with a G, it just changes the natural pronunciation to Goyo.
Yeah, I
For
think
reasons I
so.
can't explain.
No, I'm with you on that. Yeah, Goyo feels more right.
Yeah.
That one's central. 1, 2, back to Goyo and a fake, but nothing solid.
All right, come on then, Lunar Galaxy. Get yourselves involved. Let's get a couple of goals going into game 2 and really start those engines, because they haven't really got going yet at all, as Archie just blocks Goyo. No goal
That's
for you.
Walker. That's Walker
Goyo.
all over that.
My daddy's wearing a ref's outfit. The naughty boy, isn't he?
He is a naughty boy, silly little man. Good demo. That's one. Tox is going to just about be back. Into the centre again. Just a couple of actually decent saves and good chances for Ultra to score that they've not been able to. So I'd say defensively, they look a lot better after these 5 goals have gone in against them, Lunar Galaxy.
You'd expect at some point the defending would improve. And yeah, seeing that it was 5, you know, fool me 5x, shame on me. Fool me 6x, shame on you.
Maybe.
How the saying goes. This
There
one's
does-
been
There
dead.
does seem to be a hard cap on how many goals a team can score, though, doesn't there? Oh, go on.
Well, probably about 103 or something if you, like, score from every kickoff. What's your hard cap? What's your theory of a hard cap?
One sec. Just look at Joyo get the reset here. Off Archie
What?
getting the ball. I don't know
That's
how much
pretty
it
mad, that.
helped because Archie steals it anyway. But he trapped the ball against him and then got the reset from it. for the 6th goal. The hard count. You always see it. If there's like a runaway game, it normally gets to like, what, 8, 9, something like that. Like, it doesn't ever go ridiculous. But, oh, no, there's a lot. But do you know what I mean? It doesn't go to like 30 or something.
30.
Because imagine that. Imagine being in a game and you're thinking, all right, boys, let's queue in. I reckon we can win this one. And then you concede 30 goals.
I wonder
It's
how
so
often,
many.
I wonder what rank it's most likely to have 30 goals scored unironically. I'm guessing it's bronze. If one person has figured out just how to hit the ball and the other person hasn't, a bronze
I think
1v1,
by that logic, unranked.
even lower than bronze.
Yeah, I think it has to be unranked because bronze, you'd need to have at least played 10 games.
Oh, is that right?
Well, yeah, because you need to rank up into, you need to get your placements, right?
Wouldn't know, mate. Wouldn't know, mate.
What do you mean you wouldn't know? You wouldn't know about doing your placements.
I'm just a grand champ. It's a lonely life at the top.
Are you? For all
just
you've been
about.
playing.
I know, it's sad, isn't it?
Say it.
All right, mate, all right. You're one of those people that thinks it's less impressive if someone's good at something if they do it a lot and improve, aren't you?
To an extent. Like, I know that Michael Phelps is going to be sick at swimming.
Because he's done it so much, right?
Yeah, he's done it loads. It'd be weirder if he wasn't.
If I
Like,
swum as much as Michael Phelps, do you reckon I'd be really good?
When not as good as Michael Phelps.
I'm
but
quite
I think it'd
buoyant, you know?
because you're rotund.
Rotund. I was thinking rotund.
Rotund's such a good word.
It is. It's a very you word.
I still think Michael Phelps would be better than you.
I
Equally,
didn't say better.
okay.
No, I didn't say I'd be better than Michael Phelps.
I know,
I said,
I know.
like, you know, in the same ballpark.
No, I don't think you wouldn't be in the same ballpark.
Same swimming pool?
Yeah, I think that one. Because you wouldn't get like buoyancy in a ballpark.
1-0 to Oxygen. We have learned that you have no buoyancy in a ballpark. Let's hope that Lunar Galaxy can get some buoyancy of their own. And stopping there being at least 6 goals could be their ballpark figure to aim for.
I think they should aim for 30. 30
to come back
goals.
against their 6.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
Lunar Galaxy will get 30 to make a statement right back.
Oh!
There's one.
That's the first one. I do like that movement as well from Atomic, because that is, and that's what you need to do. You need to be aggressive, push yourself in as far as you can. Because he's already going in there to shoot, sees that Oski is going to be awkward. Oski actually takes a really nice touch, but then can't get anything from it because of the speed from Atomic. So great push in the end from Lunar Galaxy. And overall, the Lunar Galaxy are a team that I really do like. I want them to do well.
I'm sure they will. A few double demos come in. And
There we
that's
are.
2. The 1-2 toodaloo, as the kids say.
1-2 toodaloo, and what a touch that is, back central from Tok, with the demo coming in, completely masking his movement. 2-0, 45 secondos.
44. What? 44 secondos.
Thank you for sticking to my vernacular.
Here's Goyo. If they lose, hopefully he'll change his name back to Joyo to take off the curse. Oski
That'd be
Palms takes a quick shot. But in comes Tox up against Archie. Archie's going for a walk right now back towards his own goal. Has to be careful with that pinch. That could have gone back towards his own net. Atomic now, a chronic circling underneath. Oxygen have been caught cold so far in game number 2, despite being here on the nice warm beach.
And Toxin's back ball can't go too much further than halfway. Has to then pass it off to Atomic, who then just gives the ball straight over towards Goyo. No bump is going to be possible. Now Oski has to face off against 3 players coming his way. But I think a little bit of a superfluous touch from full stop ends up making it not the play that they should have gone for.
My favourite word, that. Superfluous.
Is it?
I think it's a beautiful word. Atomic shoots. Oh, that wasn't superfluous. That was superb.
He's back to his old ways, isn't he, Cole?
He is. That is the Atomic that we know and love. I think he was, what, the top scorer that he got last week?
Let me scroll back through the Discord.
Okay, he got something last week. He was on there because it was all the G1 boys. So he was one of
Clutch
3.
playmaker. So you got
Top
assists.
playmaker. Okay, what rhymes with passing for Atomic?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I don't think anything does really. Chat can help.
Yeah, chat, you can help. Go on. You brainstorm that, and then we'll take the credit when it's figured.
You are our chat GPT.
Exactly.
Other AI
Sends-
things are available.
True.
Don't use them, but they are.
3 goals so far with only 3 minutes left, and Oxygen, I think, are looking a little bit maybe shell shocked. Bear in mind, remember how they looked previously in the series versus Endpoint, the last we saw them on this stream.
Yeah, they were having a
And
laugh, weren't they? They were messing
They were
about
having a laugh. I think they started off with that, and obviously they got 6-1. They did very well. But Endpoint beat them. Endpoint made sure that they didn't just scrape through. They beat them. I think it was 3-0 in the end, 3-0, 3-1, something like that. So yeah, I think they've got definitely that danger of Lunar Galaxy doing the same if they don't take them seriously.
Yeah, it was 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, something like that. Yeah.
Right.
It's a chronic in the corner. One of the scorelines really is what it was.
Yeah.
They definitely got 3. Endpoint got 3. That much is locked in. Oh, and we need Oxygen to get 3, and that's a third of the way.
No, go on. If you don't need me, you keep going.
Archie walks, more like Archie drives. Oski palms, more like Oski punctures. That ball.
Okay, you do need me. I'm back. All right. There's only 2 goals left now. Oxygen. Are they going to be ignited with that one?
Goyo versus Atomic, and it comes to a Chronic. Everyone's name rhymes in here. It's beautiful. Tox is the side. A Chronic has one more pass into the center, maybe. Instead, just loops it as far as Oski Palms. Tox is waiting for that one. Wow, Oski Palms has flipped that bad boy. As far as Goyo, Atomic, don't save that. I want to see the replay.
Yeah, replay's not going to be coming, mate, unless you save this one and then you go and look at it and put it on social media platform. Oh, that's a nice touch. Central from full stop. No, I just didn't want to say Twitter, even though I said it like 3 times already.
We go again. Atomic versus Archie Ward. A couple of touches there from him. Tox now spoons it towards Atomic. Great read from him. Good pace from Lunar Galaxy. They are certainly doing Oxygen for speed of things right now, but we have a counter. It's Oski Palms up against Atomic. He gets it past him, and that is glorious 1v1 play. That's lovely. That's 1v1 play. Atomic jumps early, shows his hand. Oski stays grounded, gets to 50. Just about forces a row. Minute 25 has been quickly cut down to just 1 goal. I'm getting a little bit scared right now for Lunar Galaxy. It does seem that Oxygen have got the bit between their teeth. Atomic know that if they sit back and try and defend and keep hold of what they've got, they will be punished. So instead they head forwards. Yeah, this beautiful map. I do like it. Salty Shores Evening. Or Twilight or Dusk or whatever it is.
Dusk,
I like it a lot. Is it Dusk?
I like it.
Dusk?
I prefer it to normal
Anybody?
Salty Shores.
No? You get that
don't-
reference?
Yeah, I do. Everyone gets that reference.
Everyone gets that right. 1 in chat if you don't get that
No,
reference.
because obviously everyone doesn't. Because
Exactly.
I don't want to say the show because it's.
No, you don't have to say it.
definitely
I just believe you if you've said it. That's fine. If you
For
get
all
it, that's
England.
cool. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Large, from large England to large Oscar here, defending, actually it's Archie towards Goyo. Oski's nowhere near it, really killed that wordplay. Archie's going to slow things down up against Atomic. Tox waiting underneath the Chronic, almost gets his teammate to own goal it, but isn't able to.
Yeah, it's a good pressure they're coming through from Oxygen. Final 30 seconds. Archie around the side. Tox can shut him down, but with very low boost, he can't get it too far. That goes for a 50. The perfect play for that. Oski can't make contact. Archie has to turn it around, and that was a chance to really extend the lead.
A Chronic, another one who needs to join stake in the shots you shouldn't miss training pack. Here he is again. Does he get this one into the corner? He does. Wants to follow it up himself. Can't quite manage it on that occasion. Now it's a Chronic beaten by Oski Palms. Archie's waiting in the centre. Could be a chance here for Oxygen to bring it back. Atomic's touch is important. Just glances it over to the top.
Oh my
Archie
God.
and Oski both going for it. Oski's got it himself. It's left by Archie, but it's blocked on the goal line. And Lunar Galaxy have their parity.
A Chronic on the goal line. Nails it as well. Like, that is... He has to wait because he has no idea which shot's going to be on that is successful to be coming through. In the end, the 3-2, a sketchy 3-2 Lunar Galaxy.
Oh, it's sketchy, but they'll take it after being absolutely demolished in game number 1. I think it was 6-1 or something. They will take the 3-2. I wouldn't say it was almost through. I'd say it was a really nice attempt at a comeback from Oxygen Esports. And Lunar Galaxy just about had enough. 4 saves from Tox as well. 91 on the goal line. You can be comfortable with him back there as we head to DFH.
We do indeed head to DFH. Chance here to either of his teams to then make sure they go through to that series point. Oxygen, they want to continue. What did you say? Their 5 series win streak currently?
6, isn't it? They're 6-1, so they lost the first, and now they've won 6
course,
since then, which
Wow.
is rather impressive. The last one was in a game 5. I think it was the overtime Oxygen had.
And then no kickoff goal to start it off immediately. Atomic, actually, that's a stunning touch towards the backboard.
They're so difficult, those touches. Every
They really
single
are.
player of any ability makes those little touches look so simple. And I try it over and over again. I've hit it too hard. I've hit it in the wrong part of my car. My car lands awkwardly. Blah, 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 blah. There's so much you have to consider. from pace, angle, car positioning. Really tricky.
I mean, I feel like just it's across the board that like you have those awkward little moments where then you're not quite able to, like you have the idea and you have the thought of, oh, I'd love to do this, and like you see players take such like little touches, then you try it and it's just like with a sledgehammer.
One try,
like just sending it, yeah, like whenever like I see you stream, like you send it so far away. It's embarrassing that you try, but like yeah, it's tough, and you won't ever be as good as Atomic.
Fair enough. Well, here comes a Chronic. Archie clears it onto his own backboard, and Atomic, wow, yeah, I could never do that. Oh, nice finish, Atomic. Nice first touch finish. So good.
You're jealous.
A little bit. I mean, I am jealous of every player that's this good at this game, yeah. Heck yeah, I am. 1-0 Lunar Galaxy. And Oxygen must be starting to think, wait a minute, when are they going to slow down? Because they are suddenly performing like a top-tier team in this competition.
They're definitely making sure that they are not just being taken for a ride by Oxygen, which I think is maybe something that Oxygen have been doing to a lot of other teams in this tournament so far. So I'm happy that Lunar Galaxy aren't showing them the respect they, quote, deserve.
Atomic booms that one long, and look at the time that he's got. Archie was so far back, he had time to at least force Archie to get it to his teammate Tox. Oski's charging down Tox much faster this time, but Tox manages to squeeze it up for a Chronic. Atomic there, then following the job. Look at this, beautiful interplay. Right now from Lunar Galaxy, if the pass is there, it could be a great turnaround goal. Wasn't to be, but look at the smoothness again from Atomic. He's much better than Cool Cole, that's true. Oh my goodness, you're right.
Who would have thought? And Joyo back with 0 boost. I mean, very awkward in the net. Oski then clears it in front of his own net, but with enough boost. Now Joyo with some. Up towards that right wall with a reset, and Tox is just clearing it away with substantial distance. And I feel like a lot of the time when we're seeing Oxygen go for any of these plays, it's just meeting any of the players in Galaxy and then just punt it away. Just get it gone.
Archie takes the call from Goyo to go for the ball. And then Goyo's taken out of it by Tox. More nice play. It's these little touches that are working really well for Lunar Galaxy. They are risky, but when you get it forward like that, you get yourself some shooting chances.
And it's the Chronic as well, I think for the first time, getting a goal in this series. And from that corner, that is a beautiful goal. Top corner of the pitch, the opposite top corner of the goal. You could not ask for more. 2-0 Lunar Galaxy. Currently on to make sure that they are the team going through with the advantage into game number 4. And what I would really hope for is that either Oxygen, they can bring it back a little bit sooner than they did in the previous game, or the Lunar Galaxy, they just continue with this pressure and that they don't fall to whatever Oxygen put forward to them.
Atomic versus Goyo. It's going to be Archie in the end that comes in, gets into the center, but again, it's a clean hit for a Lunar Galaxy player. It's happening way too often. That demo in the corner will open things up as well. Oski had no boost. Managed to get some control of the ball. Akrani gets the first touch towards the flip reset. Almost wraps his Octane around the ball, but not quite able to on that occasion. But it's more clean touches for Lunar Galaxy. Oxygen are not pressuring them, not challenging them, not causing enough 50-50s, but now they have the boot on the other foot. Goyo in the corner. Oski's there waiting. Is there a bump to be had? There is, but the ball just trickles a little bit too far past the goalpost.
Yeah, it makes it just that little bit more awkward and somebody's up to challenge you so quickly. And I feel like that's what we're seeing Lunar Galaxy do. It's challenging straight away. There's no chance here for any of the players in Oxygen to develop any plays. So Oski's going to be up. If anyone's available, they're going to meet him. Tox attempts to.
Oh, well done.
Oski, regardless, finally beats it through the defenders.
Pure knowledge of the man's hitbox right there. Oski doesn't just get the flip reset. He reads what a Chronic was thinking, and he saw Atomic tracking behind him. So much to do with that solo play, and Oski does it all with aplomb.
140, 100 seconds ticking down. Lunar Galaxy, they got close to relinquishing their entire lead previously.
Uh-oh.
We need to make sure they don't do it this time. That is a very reactive read from Oski, getting it a decent distance.
There's so much time on the ball for every player who's getting it now. The game is completely spread up and opened up. Look at this again, Archie with another clean touch. Is anyone from Lunar Galaxy going to be challenging him? Yes, Tox, who gets a couple of clean touches himself, and Goyo almost gets caught out. Oski has to be aware behind him, and now Oski turns up the pace. Archie's following up. This could be the tool. Chronic gets to the backboard. Goyo shoots, but it's prodded to the side by Atomic, who's going backwards well.
Just about squeezes it through as well, making sure that any of these shots that are going to be going threatening towards the target, at least have a little bit of pace on them too. Joyo, Archie, Oski's arm touches down the three-man play. Backboard to goal line for Oxygen.
Two pitch-perfect passes in a row, and Oski's finish wasn't too bad either. Top bins, you say? We'll take that one out.
Yeah, Lunar Galaxy, they had this lead. They had the 2-0. We were theorising whether they were going to be able to hold on to it. So far, nay.
Goyo's going to have to try and keep turning the screw for Oxygen. They've got, once more, the bit between their teeth. Oski clears long. Tox arriving. Very little boost. Has to get this read good. Does, but as far as Archie, so both those two players using all their boost, but getting clean touches for it. And now Oski slows it down. Again, 0 boost. It's not much in the tank for any of these players. It seems that they're cancelling each other out at this point. Archie beats Atomic to the ball. Tox was there. Just has to watch this read. Tox misses. This is danger. Recovers well, though. Still uses all of his boost. Yet again, Archie down to Goyo. This could be the winner. But Atomic saves.
Passes galore for Oxygen so far. We're seeing solo plays conversely on the other side for Lunar Galaxy. Oski's up on his own. Now Chronic will send it long. Opposite corner wants to try and find Atomic. Instead, Joyo finds the ground and overtime in the third.
Who's going to take this one? Could be a pivotal goal in this series, and it could be Lunar Galaxy. And Chronic doesn't quite get the redirect, and the ball bounces agonizingly over the blue line for Tox.
First 15 seconds and already action. Lunar Galaxy, I think, will feel they are owed this game. Especially after being that 2-0 up. Chronic wants to go for a bomb here. Fakes out that one shot. Tox now a little bit too far forward. Atomic is the man to take that shot instead of the ideas man in a Chronic.
Atomic up against Oski. It's a good start here for Lunar Galaxy in the overtime. Certainly pressing the issue. Chronic goes bust up that one somewhat, so Archie can get a clean touch and, more importantly, keep some boost. Will that come into account later? No, it won't if Oski misses this one. He doesn't, and Archie does use that boost just to get it back to Goyo. And hopefully for Auction, they can take a second, but Chronic steaming in, and he's stolen it!
That's cheeky. I think every other time and every other player would have gone for a pip up here to chip it high. Instead, he takes it completely low. Everybody on Oxygen being just bamboozled by that decision. And Cole, how often, genuinely, do we say, like, oh, he should have just shot that, instead of like chipping it up and then trying to go for a double or whatever? That's exactly what Chronic did, and he proved that, yes, sometimes just go for the simpler option.
Yeah, Chronic may have lost a few months of experience, but he certainly hasn't lost a few notches in his gameplay ability. That finish there is a reason, by the way, for anybody watching this, that when you warm up, when you're doing your training, when you are doing your shots you shouldn't miss training pack or similar, don't just aim for the goal, aim for different parts of the goal. Aim for the bottom left, aim for the top right, and keep going until you can sink them, because I guarantee you that was precisely
100%.
Where that shot was meant to go.
Yeah, 100%. That was brilliant placement. Very, very hard to secure. But, I mean, those passes are unbelievable. But look at it's how he turns round here, and you see the pre-jump come out. Archie has no boost. He's not expecting it. Finally, get to the bottom corner, no problem. Snipes it home.
And we are going to have at least 4 games in this series. Oxygen have to try and force the 5th, or they will have only their 2nd defeat here of the Shift Summer League. It's all getting pretty intense, Stumpy Goblin. It's all getting pretty crazy. And to make matters even more nervous, the player's going to have to wait for a few more seconds the player rejoins. I think we're back and ready to go, but just something else to break up their momentum.
We are on... Oh, crumbs. Why did I even start
that? Mr. La Vida. Heston Blumenthal.
Heston Blumenthal La Vida. I think.
I think this is called Heston Blumenthal Vida.
Well,
let's see if Oxygen are cooking up a comeback. And they are, early game 1.
Goyo straight away to... with the emblazoned goal of the Oxygen logo. Oski Central. Chronic can't do nothing about that. Finally, by the way, he's got a Chronic on my screen and not just full stop, which is quite nice.
That does help.
Helps a lot. I don't like his car too, the pink car.
Yeah, it's a new car. He's changed to the pink car. Here comes Goyo up against a Chronic. If there was a Heston Blumenthal inspired Rocket League dish, what would it look like? You got 3 seconds to answer before we go back to the Rocket League.
I think it would be a ball that looks like it's like a dessert, like a chocolate lava cake, but instead it's just entirely meat.
Here's Tox. He sends it to the ceiling. Up against Oski. Atomic catches it. Atomic's there following this one up. Goyo's there. He's been quiet this series, Stumpy.
Yeah, I mean, there he goes. He just got removed from the pitch as well.
That was Archie. Goyo didn't even get demoed.
But even Goyo wasn't even nearby.
Exactly.
That's how quiet he's been.
Oh, it's Atomic, not a Chronic. Tox down to the ceiling. Archie's waiting. Goyo is hoping that Atomic's clearance is pretty much there, and it was. What a read that is from Joyo. Sorry, Goyo. But Chronic can clear long. The start of the Oxygen wanted here on Heston Blumenthal, but not quite good enough to get them more than one goal to the good.
Goyo wanting to try and make a name for himself in this series. Edge was over one, but instead his car gets sent away from him. Goyo now going for another bump. Tox in the blind spot of Oski. Very lucky Oski that Tox did not get a touch there.
Thanks for asking, by the way. I think Heston Blumenthal inspired food
You have
for
3
Rocket
seconds.
League would be little floating, candy
Time's
flosses
up.
floating
Time's
about
clearly up.
like the ball. Who's
Yeah.
better? Who did it better? Whose food is better?
So yours would just be candy floss.
Floating about though, like the ball. On
Mine's
strings,
at least
maybe.
attempting to like be a different food. It looks like a chocolate ganache type thing. Oh, Tox has left. He doesn't
Yeah,
like
you
this
offended
talk.
Tox with your meanness.
Oh. Don't know where he's gone.
Just out.
Oh, he
He's
got
gone.
kicked apparently. Oh, he's back.
He's back in.
All right,
He's back
yeah,
in.
All right, he comes back in and puts 6 question marks in chat. Very confused. I imagine it's going to restart from kickoff potentially. Oh,
So,
no, oh, no, Oscar's saying yes, carry on from here. Sorry, carry
Yeah, I
on.
like that. I respect that. I'd love it if they just literally went 3-1 go without doing the kickoff again. That'd be the coolest thing. I
I'll
think
be
I've
okay
seen.
with that.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, I think that the candy floss will be floating about. And what else happens? There's then...
No, you need to have the issue. You need to look at whatever the food is and then subvert expectations. That was Heston Blumenholt's entire thing.
Okay, so the candy floss is the car, but there is no ball. Whoa.
No, the flavor-wise, not just.
Oh, it's pink.
So the candy floss has to be like fish or something. No, not just the color. Shut up.
Fish
Just
flavour.
answer it right. If you're going to put the premise out there, at least take it seriously. Is this how you feel when I talk?
Yeah, no one knows what you're saying. All right, fish flavored. Floating fishies.
No, I'm not saying it has to be
Yeah,
fish.
because
I'm saying
Aquadome.
that-
It's Aquadome. It's
No,
fine.
No, it isn't.
What do you
This
mean,
is
no, it
Viva La
isn't?
Vida
Why are you
Heston
telling me what
Blumenthal.
why are you telling me what my theory is? Yes,
Because
it's
this is
fish
Heston
flavoured.
Blumenthal, Viva La Vida Coldplay.
Yeah, exactly. Heston Blumenthal is the name of the map. And I'm just saying that he would base his floating fish-flavoured candy floss on Aquadome. It works.
So it's candy floss, but is it still on the
Tastes
stick?
like fish.
Is it still on the stick like candy floss would be, or cotton
No, it's
candy
spinning
for any
about on
American?
like strings. But you know that fairground ride where you're on loads of strings and they just spin around really quick?
You're on loads of string. What are you on about?
The chairs are on strings.
What, where
and the
they
thing
hang you at
spins.
the carnival, spinning around?
Where the thing spins and you're on a chair on the end of the string and they all spin around like horizontally.
Yeah, okay, I know what you mean.
It's like that, but it's fish-flavored candy floss, all right? And that is the Heston Blumenthal X Rocket League meal.
And then
Happy?
they
Can we move on?
No, because then they bring out my dish, which looks like a little chocolate lava cake, but inside it's
meat.
actually it's layers of meat. Have you seen them
Layers.
Have you seen them like chop up like a golf ball or like a bowling ball or something?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so it would be like the outside would be something like lots of solid meat. Maybe it'd just be like
Pork.
I think it'd be yeah, I'll go with pork. And then there's like a layer of beef. Then there's a layer of I'm gonna go with tofu just out of there. And then we're gonna go with like a layer of chicken and then a little bit of duck and then a small
Right.
quail's egg in the
Okay,
middle.
you don't. Okay, that's lovely. So who did it better? Cool Cole's floating, fishy candy floss balls or Stumpy's big round thing of
layer
different
meat.
meats?
I call it layer meat.
Well, let's see who's going to take this third game. And Leia, in the tournament, these guys will meet again because everyone plays everyone twice.
Very true. Very true. 90 seconds though, with that relative late goal coming in from Atomic early and a miss from Atomic. Very thankful Tox is there, passing it back towards him. I like that. Little pass back on defense.
Well, Top's going to clear it long to a Chronic. Chronic's already up. This could be a chance for the reader. It goes
Oh,
for the
go
double
on.
instead. It's genius.
Oh.
It's so good from a Chronic.
Oh! Oh my word, a Chronic with one, to the backboard, straight back down. Archie reckoned he could get the save there, and a Chronic hit it so perfectly, there was no chance in the world. Lunar Galaxy on to win the third.
Right, if they lose this one, Oxygen, at least they can go back to watch the commentary of this game where they might learn a thing or two from our analysis. Here's Atomic. He's got Oski Palms in front of him. Oski just booms it long. Here comes Archie, walks to the backboard. It's going to be followed up again,
Oh.
but what a save from a Chronic. Is there nothing the man can't do?
Central again though from Goyo, pinches around the side. It's going to now be a little bit of a foot race, trying to squeeze their way back. Final 45 seconds. Goyo, season's quiet so far. A reset, not far enough. Oski, though, in a relative open net, but goes high.
Goyo has Oski pre-jumping to his side, goes solo instead. We've been waiting for Joyo to wake up a little bit. That one doesn't work either. Lunar Galaxy charging him down so quickly. Tox nips in as well. No fear defending from Lunar Galaxy.
Final 30, and it's this aggression as well, making sure that, as I said earlier, they are not showing that respect to Oxygen that I assume a lot of other teams have. This would be the second series Oxygen have lost this entire tournament, and both just happen to be streamed.
Chronic's going to slow it down. Good play from him. The composure remains tall. Walker's missed it as well. Joyo, maybe one more chance.
Not quite as it goes 1-2. Archie, the final man to tap it home. I love the fact that we see that this little touch here. I thought it then went completely awry. A Chronic, not enough boost to get to it. Archie, a tap round Tox, who has been so far perfect on defense. 4 seconds, 2-all. Next goal to win the game.
We may well have game 5 if Oxygen can take it. They might steal it away from the clutch of Lunar Galaxy in before OT. Goyo goes high, can't follow it himself. Oski's turn towards Archie. Brilliance from Oxygen. They claim the winner.
Oh my word! Just a stunning turnaround from every player on the pitch, and they execute that plan with perfection. The kickoff went their way, they faked it back corner. The final 4 seconds was Oxygen's throughout. All right, you know what? Game 5.
Yeah, I mean, you wanted your expectations to be subverted. Was that Hessen Blumenthal worthy?
I think it was, you know. That was just a Lunar Galaxy win. That was the series win, potentially, for Lunar Galaxy in that final 4 seconds. 2 goals in 4 seconds. That's crown and jewels-esque. It is.
Well, I can't wait to see that winning goal again. That was a real touch of class. You know, everyone's having fun here on the Shift Summer League, but that was a reminder of just how brilliant Auction are. This wasn't bad either from a Chronic.
Oh, that's so
I
nice.
thought that was it. That's a beautiful solo play. And then we got the late equaliser from Auction. And even here, the decision-making. Joe, look at the amount of time he had to go round the ball. That whole time he's thinking, what do I do here? Archie was there, but this is the one.
That touch from Oski, and then Joyo also faking it. Oski then realizing, I'm going to go central because 2 have jumped to me for this. So all they need is that to touch the floor. Archie put every single player on Oxygen, had their role, and they committed to it perfectly. They could not have done any more. Game 5. Pure confidence, surely, for Oxygen going into this one.
Do you reckon that was one of those goals that they're like, oh, let's save that replay. Let's watch that one back? Because I think that was a unique goal. 0 seconds for the winner, you know, in a tough part of the series, making those decisions. I think that's one that even Oxygen players would want to look back at and just enjoy.
I mean, I hope they do. I have no idea what their typical thoughts are for goals like that. But, I mean, we do see, you know, where there's Joy and whatever, he posts his clips to Twitter. So, maybe that's going to be one that makes it. I don't know. Or solo clips, I suppose. But, sorry, Goyo, his basement-dwelling brother.
Oh, here's a Chronic, the man who it did seem for a good minute or so in that last game could do no wrong, ending up on the losing team. It must be agonizing for Lunar Galaxy. They have to dust themselves off and start all over again here on Champions Field.
It's 30 seconds as well has been. I think it's going to be pretty high octane. It's going to be starting off as rather continuing how it has started off. But, I mean, I think the disrespect from Lunar Galaxy has to continue coming out. Continue knowing that you can outplay them. I also loved in that previous game we saw a Chronic getting a wondrous goal against his former teammate.
Goyo over the top of a Chronic. In comes Oski. Joyo's come online, Stumpy. I'm starting to get scared for LXG.
That was perfect play as well. Complete push from Goyo. And the angle is like, it comes down so straight towards his teammate. It had a lot of sideways momentum, but Goyo works his way around it, taps it down, minute gone, 1 goal.
And a Chronic busts up the great pass as well. Very impressed with Joyo's pass there. The Chronic up against Goyo, who just continues to be the most awake player in this lobby. Archie might shoot it here. Goyo goes for the bump. He's not even needed. Is Oxygen working in full form?
Top corner from Mr. Walker. It was Goyo attempting to get it central, and then a couple of fakes, a couple of misses. Opposite, schling. Oxygen, so far as I know, have not let any of their leads go, whereas Lunar Galaxy, unfortunately for them, have.
And they are going to have to turn this one right back around, Lunar Galaxy. It's beginning to slip from their grip. Tox gets it to the side. Go underneath. Tox misses that touch. Just these little moments just aren't working for LXG anymore. And Oski's reading them. Do they have a plan B? Maybe they're already onto it. Do they have a plan C, Lunar Galaxy? Because their regular playstyle is just being hammered at by Oxygen.
Central from Oski, and a bump is going to open it up somewhat as Tox gets shunted away from the goal. Archie up for one, backboard, uncontested till Tox can actually jump up at a very tough angle to secure a touch on the ball with.
Atomic clears it long. Lunar Galaxy have to get this ball away. Chronic's chasing down Oski, but he's used all of his boost to do it. Archie to the side. Goyo already has 100 boost. Atomic's trying to steal it. It actually does steal it, but will it matter? Oh, yes, it will. I really thought Goyo was about to score there. It just felt like it was going to be a special moment.
I mean, yeah, so far we've seen him come out finally in these moments of brilliance. We've not seen him actually pop off too much in the middle of the game or even at the start. I feel like we're seeing a lot more from him when it comes down to his ice moments. So hopefully he's going to be able to, you know, they're up 2-0 so far. So they don't need to necessarily push him as hard as they need to, or rather as they could, I suppose. But regardless, it'd be nice to see him pop off a little bit more.
Chronic so far seems to be the most likely performer for Lunar Galaxy. Even he is being kept quiet here on Champions Field. Watch Esports putting their experience to good use. In comes Archie, he finishes it as the Chronic does get a save, and that does leave a sliver of hope.
How far in the net was that ball? That was like 90-odd% in.
It was 86% in.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, 90-odd, I'll take that. And there's 2 minutes counting down, and chances still apparating for Oxygen. But we've only seen 2 goals or rather 2 shots in total on the side of Lunar Galaxy. They need to have more pressure.
Just keeps himself behind that one. The pressure is beginning now, though. Oski boostless, Goyo boostless, Archie boostless. Can they keep the ball out anyway? There's more steals coming in from Lunar Galaxy. That boost didn't spawn, though. One of their rotating players. Tox up against Goyo. Goyo wins a great win. So it'll steal some boost. Goyo comes in again. That's a huge 50-50. Chronic's up. Tox fakes. And Tox just fakes out a Chronic.
90 seconds. Something has to happen. And the Galaxy needs something to really start falling their way. Oxygen sending that one back towards the centre. Centre? I said that like it's spelled in England.
There's Tox with a little flicky wicky. Almost there. There's another demo coming in. Everyone's being just taken out the game. Deleted out of existence. But in the end, the clear comes in.
Minute ticking down. A Chronic towards that corner again. 1-2 saves. I've probably seen so many chances, lots of opportunities, and finally, one has been sunk.
It's just got a lot more interesting with 58 seconds left. Tox places the ball over his opponent after great work from Atomic, and we are going to have a fantastic finish.
Central photo finish here as well for Oxygen. As the Chronic wants to send that one central. Does so, and Atomic's going to be there. The passing plays on Oxygen kept them in this series previously, and now Lunar Galaxy return the favour.
Lunar Galaxy currently 5-2 overall against Oxygen 6-1. If LXG win this one, they go equal with Oxygen in the event. But they still have so much more work to do. They've done the bulk of it, brought it back to 2-all. A Chronic has boost as well. He's going to follow it up against Goyo. Goyo gets it to the side.
45 seconds. Chance. Atomic open net. And it's completely wide.
I don't know if he had the angle. We'll have to assume he didn't. Either way, back comes Oxygen. A Chronic there to the side. Still time remaining. Will that be on their minds? Tox waits in the center for a Chronic. Goyo has Atomic underneath him. Has to be careful the ball doesn't fall to him. So gets that final touch just to slow Atomic down from the angles. A Chronic coming in. 20 seconds. He's been their best player. Tox to the corner. Goyo might have a chance here against Atomic. It's 50-50. And Goyo can come away.
And then gets another demo on Tox, opens it up massively, goes low, 1-2, low again, opportunity in the angle, not there for Oski, 2 on the backboard, a Chronic shies away from it, Archie beaten to the ball, and overtime in 1 second, Goyo central, kept up by Archie.
Oh, and he lets it drop, and we are going to a second Game 5 overtime to one of these teams, I think it's Oxygen, in a row.
Oski up for 1, towards that double on the backboard, Atomic though can clear it away in this goal. This is the one that matters. This overtime. Going to be their chance to flick high, and a Chronic at the death of the touch that he could have got manages to backflip.
That was petrifying from a Chronic. Goyo is just beaten away. A Chronic goes long. Oski to the ceiling. The chat's predicting who's going to score and when. I've got no clue. Here comes Archie up against Tox. Tox has to be aware. Archie almost gets it and he's hit the post, and somehow it's kept out.
Everybody in chat, put your predictions in and a name and a time in overtime. When and who is it going to be? Oski getting a save away with 100 boost, but Atomic's going to sneak in, get it a little as far as he can towards that blue half. Goyo on target, wide of target. Archie challenging. Top corner, Oski. He doesn't turn in the middle there where Joyo maybe could have got a pass.
Atomic booms it long. He and Tox got on each other's way somewhat, so I think Atomic played things more safe, but that pass from Oxygen wasn't ideal. Who's going to be underneath it? No one on this occasion. Oski can go to the side.
Joyo back with 100. A little bit of imagination here needed from the young man. A tip on from Oski as Joyo gets bumped away, and a boost steal is going to be keeping Oxygen in it.
Chronic with Oski in front of him now. It seems to just be turning towards Oxygen. They're starting to take control of this situation. Tox has to get this read. He does, and now there's some space. A Chronic, no one in front of him, just goes to shoot. It just ramps right up, and that should be easily defended by Archie for a good transition.
Goyo now on the right, a double chance, and we know that confidence from Joyo comes as soon as he does a musty, especially in overtime. We've seen some magical moments from him previously in those moments.
This could be another one. Here comes Goyo. A Chronic's underneath it. Gets it towards Tox, but they've invested all of their boost. LXG. Atomic to the side. We're approaching 2 minutes now of overtime. The series of the event so far, at least here on the main broadcast.
Central again. 2 on the backboard, Tox and Atomic. Atomic's going to be pulling rank there and takes it away from him, but gives it straight back towards Oski, who then sends it so high that nobody keeps control, and Joyo is awkward on his own defense.
He was awkward, but he knew he had all the time in the world just to wait. And the Galaxy was stepping back there, didn't quite believe in that play. This one, though, might change that. Tox into the corner, gets a couple of touches. Oski almost gets bumped out of the way. He does in the end. Atomic tries to get the touch over. It's going to fall all the way back to a Chronic. He's kept his boost well, but that's a bit of a hospital pass to everyone. It's Oski that claims it. Oski goes for the double. Saved off the top by Tox.
Yeah, Tox with a good clear there too. And on the backboard, he has been phenomenal. Manages to clear it away time and time again. Both the Chronic and him having 4 saves in total this game. 8 between them, 10 in total on the side of Lunar Galaxy. They have had a lot of defense going their way.
Stunning series. Stunning match. Excellent overtime. Archie to the ceiling. Atomic has to get the read. Doesn't. Tox was waiting. This could be the chance. And Oski wants. And he puts it in the back of the net. Just shy of 3 minutes. Oxygen continue their march.
Did anybody say Oski 259? If so, you are a future teller. So thank you very much. Congratulations. What are the lottery numbers for next week? But Oxygen taking that one. And Oski, I think, is sinking a goal where either team had full right in winning that series.
Yeah, I mean, it's the highest standard of Rocket League we have seen so far in the Shift Summer League. That was excellent. That very easily could have been an RLCS matchup in the top 4, in the top 8, something like that. Some of the goals that we saw were sublime. Then in the end, in overtime, the finish that Oski put on was not simple, but nor was this comeback.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. And I think that when you look at the ingenious nature of pretty much every single goal that we saw, you need to think, how do they then fare against other teams, and do other teams have the ingenuity to battle against Oxygen and Lunar Galaxy? They're currently sitting at number 1 and number 2. So Oxygen in that first spot, 7-1, and Lunar Galaxy 5-3. Actually, near enough tied, apart from game differential with 100%.
Well, we were so close to losing that one on the map that we called Heston Blumenthal. And if I were to choose my favourite food, it would be something basic, like a nice bowl of honey, or if you will, a jar of jam.
Jamie Oliver.
Hello.
Yes, just my quick,
nice.
popular good chef reaction.
Are there any good Latvian chefs out there?
Oh yeah. We have a couple. No, jar of jam to begin with. Yeah, I can make quite a mean creamy pasta recipe that me and my wife enjoys very much.
Oh,
nice.
Good. Right here, what we do love is a 3-2 game scoreline. Last 4 games have ended exactly with that scoreline. First it was Lunar Galaxy 2 in a row, then it was Oxygen 2 in a row, and God, I think we can just fill out the whole day of social posting for highlight moments just for the series. So the buzzer beater in game number 4, the types of goals that they have been scoring, absolutely madness. let's just go from the top. And this first game was a bit of an anomaly, I would suppose. I did not expect a game like 6-1 again. And yeah, there wasn't another game 6-1 again. It was just nothing of the sort, but this gave Oxygen the final little uphill in this battle that was really something that could turn up the whole league around, and Oxygen could have been brought down to a tie situation with Luna.
There are also a good few goals like that Chronic one that were just out of nowhere and mind-boggling. I was so impressed.
Oh yes.
And I used the word ingenuity with both of these teams. And Cole, I think that's what you need at this level of Rocket League. And we say it time and time again, you normally, apart from that one Chronic goal where he snuck it underneath every single player, you normally can't get a basic goal to go in nowadays. You need to have magic on your side.
I mean, even that one was a little bit of magic. He picked the one spot on the goal that wasn't defended by both defenders coming across the angle at that pace. Same with that one from Tox. A flatter shot doesn't go in. He had to loop that one. So the timing had to be perfect. And then they got the follow-up as well. Needed that bump. That's the bit of ingenuity you're talking about. The follow-up bump and the pre-jump. Then in the end, from Oxygen, Goyo puts it there, and it's just... Oski's must surely thinking, please put this one away. And he does. Oski Palms probably had sweaty palms there, but managed to get it through. And Oxygen take their wins. Go 7-1, I believe, overall.
Speaking of Oski, though, even in the games that Oxygen were losing, Oski was absolutely on point. 2 goals scored by him, the only 2 goals in those games for Oxygen. He has been making sure that they were staying competitive. And of course, it's a team effort, in the game number 1, and a bit of an anomaly. But Archie has either scored or assisted in every single goal. So that was 2 goals, 4 assists for him. Crazy stuff. Wow. They worked really well as a team, and it's no surprise that they're here now, sitting at the top of the standings. Bravo to Oxygen. For Luna Galaxy, just a little bit back to the garage. Nothing bad has happened. They were as competitive as it could have been, and if Oxygen, it will be the team to win the league. Luna Galaxy are looking like the team is going to take the second spot. And, well, only time will tell. Their next series of the day, as we quickly go to the schedule as a whole, if I can go quickly to the schedule as a whole, Oxygen will be playing Saudade. As for the Luna Galaxy, Jobless are going to be their opposition. So, could be some underground obstacles for both of the teams against Saudade. Could spin a tricky, quick one on Oxygen, especially after 2 really hard series. But same goes for Luna Galaxy. Both of these teams had to have worked for Game 5 in 2 series in a row now. So it's going to be a curious one to see what's going to be happening. Just a quick, not a spoiler, but just what's up to come. Next up is going to be, of course, Spartaco versus Endpoint. And that is yet another great series to watch. But coming back to this one, it's almost magical how we managed to separate these 2 rosters. Because, yeah, the magic from a Chronic. He came in and his angles were mad. How on earth? Do we just need to not play the game for a little while to then come back and absolutely crush everybody?
Yeah, that's my logic.
He's always been there though, man. Cole, you know this as well. We watched a lot of Liquid. And when we then found that he wasn't on a team for this most recent season of the RLCS, we were like, why? He's really good. He's a phenomenal player. And for some reason, he just couldn't find a team to actually sit with.
Yeah, I don't know the full story there, whether it was... I'm sure he would have had offers, whether he didn't find a team that he felt would be as good as he wants to be. So thought, I'll just wait until the opportunity comes along. But now he's here with Luna Galaxy. I think that's a team that works great because we always prayed for that player to be more involved in an attacking sense back in the Liquid days. And now he has that team.
Well. For now, though, it is Oxygen really putting up the numbers. Is it too early to start going, guys, Goyo Gatira again? Or to at least Goyo in this case?
You'll have to ask him, mate. You'll have to ask him.
I mean, we're not going to be seeing, unfortunately, guys or Gatira in this event, which is a shame. It'd be nice to see all of the rosters where we have, all of these matchups. Like we have Oski versus Achronic. It'd be nice to see them play up against their former teammates, but alas, there is going to be no Gatira or guys on their way.
Nope, just Oski, just Archie and Oxygen are looking on point. Again, would love to speak to Snasky at some point, of course, the coach of Oxygen Esports, and actually a playing coach as well, as we've seen him before. But it is time to bring Joyo in front of our screens. Joyo, welcome to the show, and congrats on what has been look like a really tough victory.
Yo, thank you. Yeah, it was a big game, so thank you for the support, guys.
Wow, yeah, well, it has been something crazy. Just looking back at it, after the game number 1, did it feel like just gonna be an easy ride, or you are never complacent, and even after a 6-1, you know that you need to lock down?
We were just chilling. I mean, I don't know. We do keep trolling leads, and we're just chilling. So, I don't know. We knew we were gonna win, so there wasn't much issue.
Is that the secret to the Oxygen's gameplay and just winning? It's not to worry about it too much, is just to approach every game as it's just a relaxing effort, laugh about it?
I mean, like, this isn't RCS, and we don't have to, I don't know, see it as like a super high pressure situation. We just need to chill and play, and I mean, we have the skill to win, so we know we will.
How are the comms, by the way, for a tournament such as this one? Is there a lot of laughing, a lot of jokes, a lot of just, I don't know, banter between the lads, stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, we have fun. We just chill, like, it's just having fun. I mean, I don't know, we definitely, you know, have been focusing more after we lost the endpoint, but we're still just having fun, so.
Yeah, after that opening a tournament loss to Endpoint, you guys have turned it around and so far undefeated in the league. Your result really speaks for itself. 7-1, and although you already had 2 very hard series today, both going to game number 5, you have 1 more remaining. And you're going to be playing versus Sodad, which I believe is our youngest roster in the tournament, but seems like they are the one that really spring a couple of surprises. How are you rating your opponents in round number 3 today?
I think it'll be a tough fixture if we're away. You know, they're a great side. Their key players, probably Mutzer. That guy's a little beast, but you know, we'll be ready.
Yeah, even here on the desk and overall in Shift, we have been highlighting Mutzer. Well, we're going to let you get a bit of a breather. I'm pretty sure you need it after 10 games of Rocket League.
Thank you.
Best of luck, and thank you for joining us, Joe.
Thank you.
Well, that was the winner of the previous game for Oxygen, Joyo. We're welcoming back Stumpy and Cole, who are just winning in life as a whole. What a series. Like, I need a breather after that one. How are they doing? I don't know.
I really like hearing that these players are just like, yeah, we're chilling. You know, we got a little bit of time. The new teams are playing up against. We don't need to overthink it. We know we are theoretically the better team. As I was saying when we were casting, like, they've been to the major. They're a top 5 team in Europe. They're all right? They're probably going to be the favourites to win this. The worst thing you can do really is overthink it and make it more of a molehill than it actually is.
Well, just like Joya has been showing up, folks, it's time to hydrate. It's time to take a break. When we come back, the final series of the day for you, F Particle versus Endpoint. Stay tuned.
Lost hope, changing tides. Try to remember spaces open wide and nothing but embers, yeah. So perfect days falling from the height, still clutching on your hands tight. Now I'm alone with the warning signs. Just feel it slipping under so quiet. Hold your breath, it's a deep dive. Stood at the edge as we're so tight, rust in our eyes. Just feel it slipping under so quiet. Hold your breath, it's a deep dive. Stood at the edge as we're so tight, rust in our eyes. Can't stay so high.
Try to remember faces. Bullets fly, still nothing but embers, yeah. So burn for days, falling from a height. Still clutching on your hands tight. Now I'm alone with the warning signs. Just feel it slipping on the so quiet. Hold your breath, it's a deep dive. Sit at the edges, we're so tight. Lost in our eyes. Can't stay so high. Sit at the edges, we're so tight. Lost in our eyes. Can't stay so high. Just feel it slipping in the so quiet. Hold your breath, it's a deep dive. Sit at the edges, we're so tight. Lost in our eyes. Can't stay so high.
Welcome back to Shift Summer League Jam. Stumpy, Cole, hydrated, refreshed. We needed to after that previous series. Oxygen versus Luna Galaxy. What on earth? Everybody's getting their bottles out. Yes.
I left one around the corner. Hang on.
But I've got the proper. I forgot that I've also got this proper Rocket League one that you've got.
Oh,
Stumpy.
fantastic.
Jar of jam. Get your unbranded bottle out of my face.
Oh, it is branded. It's just
Cheers.
Cheers. This was
Buddy.
This
Sorry,
is from
Jar
the
of Jam.
Sweden major. This is from the first one during lockdown major, and it has somehow survived.
First one we worked at.
show offs.
Yeah, sorry, Jar of Jam.
Sorry, pal.
It's okay. No, mine is actually branded, but just like on the other side, it's a thing that it's not bad.
Can you
but
not say the brand?
It's not fitting this broadcast. I do have this wonderful fan. Do you have a fan?
I've got
I
absolutely
wish.
none. I realize it every time I go live on Twitch.
Yeah, I wish.
You could use one. I apologize to the production for any of the whooshing noises on the microphone. But no wishes whatsoever for our next series. We are 2 series down, 1 more series to go on the EU side of things for today. And of course, it's the lovely Spartaco on the right side, Stizzy, Dorito, and Dying versus the ever so lovely Endpoint, Mitain, Arju, and Toxic, the MVP of week number 1. It's a lot of work to do for that MVP of the week number 1 because Endpoint so far have not been having the best of days. 2 losses for them.
So disappointing. The curse of the MVP. You realize that all your hard work has been noticed. You come back in. You lose 3-1, I think it was, to RSV. They've just lost 3-1 to RSV. And before then, 0-3 Saudada. Now, I love me some Saudada, but 3-0 from Endpoint. Not quite good enough there.
Guys, I don't mean to alarm you all. I don't mean to alarm literally every single one of you, but JJ Rocks have just won their first series.
Hey!
They are now 1-8. They went up against fake German amigos. They get to kick off a little bit earlier because we've obviously got production stuff going on, blah, blah, blah.
What?
But 1-8. They've done it. They won their first series.
JJ Rocks. JJ. Can we get 100 JJ Rocks in chat? Come on, chat. Everyone is here.
wow.
Spam your JJ Rocks.
JJ Rocks is
Well,
up. I'm gonna join because of course, JJ Rocks. Come on, it's my team. Named after me, obviously.
Named after
we talked
me, the
about
Ginger
it.
Geniuses. Come on.
Sorry, the 2 of us. Is
exactly.
Stumpy
us.
in on it or?
I've not got a thing.
No,
I think
he
I
doesn't
just
rock.
rocks.
Oh, I mean, you do rock, Stumpy.
Thanks,
you
man.
absolutely do rock. Moving on from that little aside, Spartaco versus Endpoint. Boys, I need some predictions. It is time to separate these 2 teams in one way or another.
I would have to put Endpoint as my favourites here, I think. I think Spartaco, I'm looking now, they've gone 2-6 so far, whereas Endpoint are 4-4. I think generally as well, Endpoint are more of an RLCS team. They're more of an established team.
Sure.
They've got more experience in tournaments like this. I think to me it's going to be, favouring Endpoint. But I'm intrigued to see what Stizzy ends up doing.
Yeah, as Endpoint have also been playing together for a lot longer as well. This team's sort of thrown together with Dorito. Stizzy coming back from Dignitas, albeit temporarily and dying. So yeah, Endpoint makes sense here.
After JJ Rocks have just won, I think anything's possible. just whatever. So Dorito, Stizzy, and Dying have my vote for the team to win this because just up is down, left is right.
One day you'll get one right, Jar of Jam. One day you'll get a prediction right. You were close of Oxygen last time around, to be fair. You were 1 goal away from Luna Galaxy, but wasn't to be.
That's what I'm hoping for. So for our last match, we already had Latin, we already had Latvian. How would you like me to send you off to this one?
Don't Stumpy, you pick this time.
I think in a Scouse accent, please.
Oh God, which one is that? Could you please remind me?
Scouse, I'm from Scouse.
All right, big, what's going on? My name's Nolly. All right there, pal. All right, go on.
Okay, well, I'll try my best to embarrass myself in the process. All right, here it's time for just a little bit of Rocket League with Stumpy and Cole. This is nothing like the accent that just has sounded, but who cares? I'm just doing a funny voice. Spartaco, Endpoint, right
Wait, Jam, can you say very
No,
nice
that's it.
how
No,
much
that's
in that Scouse accent,
How
please?
much?
How much? Thank you. I genuinely, people thought I was acting weird then. I honestly got a cramp in my chest from laughing. Jam, that was outstanding. That was brilliant. Wow.
It must feel like you're back in Liverpool, Stumpy. Unbelievable scene.
It does. I live like half an hour away at the moment, and I felt right at home with that, Jam. Cheers, pal.
Well, that was about as good as the rest of it's gonna get, but we'll try and pick up from there. We have got Espatico versus Endpoint. 4-4 versus 2-6. Surely it's Endpoint to lose. And Matane is using an orange car on his blue. We should ban that. I'd ban that right now.
All right, to look at his car. Oh, that's so orange. It's a
bad,
lovely
man.
decal, though. I really like the decal.
Yeah, but we shouldn't use it, should
It
we?
is orange. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Alas.
You're right.
Alas, it's all good. We have got Espatico in orange, and Endpoint in blue, which does make sense. And it's Espatico to get the early lead.
Yeah, it's Stizzy. Sending really nothing at the backboard, then Archie helping him out massively. Dorito, big interception. Toxic and Matane not realizing the shot is about to come and fly its way in. 30 seconds, and the lead for the underdogs is established.
Well, we have a little tip from the chat. Presumably Tunes has been watching Endpoint today when we've been casting this. Says, based on today's performance, he wouldn't be surprised to see Espatico take this one. And 2 goals deep, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong at all. I mean, that's also Matane trying to go for something. And both Arju and Toxic are playing so far ahead of him, but not close enough to have any impact. Stizzy is just in the middle of it all and can clear it away into the net.
Well, let's see how Espatico are getting on. We've had a win in their last game and a loss before then. But they did beat Jobless just now. This isn't just beat Jobless, mate. So they are, you know, they're no silly billies.
Toxic hasn't yet touched the ball. He's
not
on
very
0
given.
points.
Can he get a point? When will Toxic get a point, everybody?
It's 40 seconds in there, 3-0 down, and Toxic hasn't touched the ball.
He didn't get that first kickoff either.
They did.
Right, he's on 2 now. He's on
2
2 now.
points,
So the
2
answer was 4:22. That's when he got his points.
I mean, that is awful, though, isn't it?
A little bit. A little bit. That would have been a shame. That would have been a fun game. When will Toxic get his first points on the board? But it was just from the kickoff, so killed that one before it started. Just like Espatico seems to be killing Endpoint in this game before it started. Maybe Toxic thinking he's playing for the wrong team.
And
Oh,
obviously
no, who was
the
it?
overlay right now saying 1-0 Espartaco.
Matane, sorry.
That is not accurate. That is 0-0. That'll be fixed. We've seen our producer say that one's on me. So hopefully that one's going to be fixed soon.
Well, he might just get to leave it. He might get to be lazy if this game continues to go the way it seems to be going.
Maybe.
Espatico are just running rings around Team Endpoint, around good old established org in Rocket League, Team Endpoint. It's always a healthier, happier place when Team Endpoint are around. I love that org very much. But it is Espatico that just continue to just dominate, really.
Absolutely banged top corner as well. And Cole, we spoke a couple of weeks ago about a forfeit rule in competitive Rocket League. Would you just go for it here if you're Endpoint?
No, heck no. 4 goals in game 1 with 3:20 left. It's enough time, even if you are even subconsciously writing the game off, and I don't think Endpoint will be. There's certainly time to get 4 goals. They can get some passes going, they can get used to the server, they can try and get hold of the ball, do some solo plays, etc. But something that happens, actually, funnily enough, and don't shut me up because you will be bored in a second, but stay with me, in snooker, right? When it's early in a match, like frame 1, if a player is even 96 points behind and their opponent misses, so that the frame is over, they'll still go to the table, just pop a few balls, just to get themselves warmed up.
Wow,
on that
that's
table.
crazy.
Just to get themselves warmed up on that table, and that is the
Wow.
that's
Really interesting. Uh-huh. That's crazy.
They can do something similar to, if Ronnie O'Sullivan could do it, so could Endpoint.
Wow, yeah.
So
That
could
was
Endpoint.
good. I like that a lot.
Well,
boring, aren't you?
Endpoint have got 147 seconds to get themselves back into this game. Oh, what an attempted redirect by Stizzy. Couldn't quite get it.
That's
Let's see the
woken me
style
up.
here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, well,
Yeah,
I've
just been woken up. That was great. I mean, there's 3 minutes in the pinch, nearly going on target. Endpoint have really struggled to work their way out of their own half. Espartaco so far as well today, as you said, Cole, 3-1 against Jobless earlier, but then they did lose against Resolve. And I normally put Resolve and Endpoint somewhere similar. Recently, I would put Resolve ahead of them by a good few places, considering just how incredibly well they did in their late surge. They were actually on for the major at one point, which was incredible to watch. So, but typically I put them in a similar spot. So Resolve beating them should put Endpoint in decent odds, but we're going by what we've seen. People in chat saying Endpoint so far have not been the team that we would expect them to be.
can I ask you something? Why do
Always.
I hear dying in CJ's voice? I just hear dying in my mind. Has he ever commentated on dying? Or is there a straight OCE player called dying?
I don't think so. I mean, he wouldn't have commentated dying.
Yeah, surely not. I don't think dying has been, in the LCS and gone deep enough for CJ to commentate. I don't know why I hear dying in CJ's voice in my mind. Is that just
It's a
something my
little
brain's
bit of a
concocted?
word like that, though.
Maybe it is just that.
Dying. I get you. I get what you mean.
Maybe it is just
Oh,
that.
what a
I'm not
touch.
sure. I'm sure someone in chat, they normally can help us out if we're forgetting something, but it probably is just that. It probably just sounds like a word that CJ would say.
Yeah.
Dying?
Probably. That's
Dorito.
weird. That, by the way, is, I think, endpoint in game 1 very much dying. So it's going to be a tough one to bring back for endpoint, I feel, as this has been a systematic dismantling of the team.
Yeah, FF Plus. Now's the time, I'd say.
Against
FF.
the MVP
You've had
of
your
week 1, by the way. Sorry.
MVP of week 1, Toxic. Who was week 1, Stumpy, MVP, would you believe?
He was of week 1.
Oh, that was a weak one from
Stizzy.
Stizzy. Should have just put that one away. Dorito keeps it going. You could say they're dying to score more goals, but failing.
I mean, that was, I think, very much an idea of, you know what? I fancy
Go on,
this
go on!
one.
I saved that! I almost got a goal like that the other day, and it was saved.
I don't think you did.
I was close.
I don't think you did. I think you went to the ceiling and then you thought, oh, that's on. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you have a shot and, oh, that was on. Like, why would you save that? That was going to be sick, but obviously it never is.
All right, fine.
Oh, close.
Fine, 5-0. Who predicted 5-0? Who has 5-0 game 1 to dying in the lads in the first square of their bingo card?
That is tough. Tough one to start it off with an endpoint. Back to that drawing board. And they do not lead the series 2-0. Overlay. They lead it 1-0.
Overlay can't catch a break, can it?
Silly Overlay.
That was a silly old Overlay. But yeah, we're going to be going on to game 2. Toxic, last week's MVP, would you believe? Took a few seconds to ready up, but now he's ready. And forwards we march. Thoughts on endpoint? What you say? If you're Andy the Mandy, right? I want you to
Oh, I
shut your
should be
eyes
so lucky.
and be Andy the Mandy for the next 60 seconds or so. What
Yeah.
are you possibly saying?
All right, I'm saying, where is he even from? Oh, mate, how's it going? He's a bit
He is a
London,
bit like
isn't he?
that.
He's a little bit
Yeah.
London.
He is.
All right, lads, so what we're doing here... I'm shutting my eyes. What we're doing here is we've got to make sure that we don't just let them run all over us. They're outspeeding us so far. So either we've got to outspeed them or we need to fake them a little bit more. All right, boys?
But Andy, sir,
Nah,
it's
shut up,
me.
shut up,
But
don't
I'm
even
but
talk
I
to
was-
me.
It's me, last week's MVP, Toxic. I'm
All
just
right.
wondering,
Yeah, go
should
on.
I go more solo or more team plays?
I think what you need to do, mate, is just get your head in the game. I don't care if you go for team plays. I don't care if you go for any solo plays, all right? We just need some results on the board. Understood, mate?
Okay, let's go. Do you remember
All
when,
right,
do you remember
let's
when
play.
Gregan kept United, like, stop them getting relegated? And you just heard them in that video going, let's go! Among all, like, the macho Americans.
No, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, and he's like,
Let's go.
it was so funny.
Oh, we love it.
Good guy. Good guy. One of the good
What a man.
guys. Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's an immediate one for dying.
Andy.
15 seconds in, too. And Andrew the Mandrew is not going to be happy with that.
Mandinho the Mandinho is going to be absolutely gutted. He told Toxic, he just hit the ball. And Toxic's missed the ball. Makes no
He
sense.
has. And the man is going to be in Shambal.
As 1-0 again. It's just looking like Espartaco's day, really. Sometimes Espartaco, when you think of dying Stizzy and Dorito, you think of a team that, well, when they play well, oh boy, they can be good. But when they play badly, oh boy, they can play
There we go.
badly.
There we go. That's Toxic with Andy the Mandy ringing in his ear, saying, I don't care what you go for, solo or team plays, just make sure you get some shots on target. And he has done just that. Crossbar downio.
Last week's MVP, Toxic, getting involved all over again. Not his first goal of the tournament, of course, after last week scoring so many.
There's 30 seconds already. I think it's been better for endpoint. Realistically, Matane, though, has still only got 4
not going great,
points,
mate.
and that's going to be an absolute disheartening own goal, I feel.
Why was Arju going back to his own goal like that?
I
was the
don't know.
thought
He has
process
no
there?
boost. He then went for it weirdly, thought then he had to cover it.
I mean, normally when I call out a play, I get ready to go, oh, clearly he was trying to do it. But, like, what was Arju up to there? I honestly can't see it.
I don't know.
I'll admit it.
It's the Rita now off the back ball, but Matane completely outdoing him. And Stizzy in this series so far has been putting up what I think a lot of people would expect from him, considering the performances that he was putting up in North America. He has been a brilliant player over there, and I think EU is going to be better for him having him back.
Well, here he goes. Just kissing that one into the corner. The player with pretty much the same car as him comes at it in the form of Mitane. I swear that is what is confusing Endpoint. It'll be tilting me. This Toxic dancing around that ball, pirouetting from left to right. But Dorito and Stizzy combine to get it away, and now Doing can complete the job. Doing.
Reset, but nothing can come from it, and still Endpoint lacking by the 1. Right in front of the net, but nobody's actually coming in from Endpoint to try and clear it into any decent position for them to get it a little more goal scorer. Toxic was somehow getting a reset there as well.
Stizzy's just going to send that one wide, and I do still feel that Endpoint haven't graced us with their presence just yet. The only team to have beaten Oxygen last week, oh sorry, let me rephrase, the only team that's beaten Oxygen so far when they did that last week. And what we're seeing against Spartaco, who are 2-6, it's just they're just not in the races. Poor old Craftman's in here casting. And by the way, everyone, if anyone wants to see any of these other matches, I don't know how many more are going on at this point, they are available on the local team stream. So you can go and have a look. You can go and listen to Endpoint
Very
Be
true.
Sad if you want to hear Craftman. Or I presume Somebody Be Happy if you want to watch Spartaco.
Yeah, who is streaming Spartaco? We may as well shout them out as much as we can, because I love
got
that
a
there's a
feeling
lot
it
of
was
team
on
streams happening.
Stizzy's Twitch, wasn't it? I think
It
it was
looks
on a
like
player.
it
I
might
think
be
it was
on
a player's.
Dignitas.
No.
I think it is. It looks like it might be, you know. I think
Really?
it's on Dignitas. Yeah, it's on Dignitas.
Oh.
Just / Dignitas. I don't know who's casting, and let me just unmute. I'm so bad with voices. I'm going to type !cast.
I mean, back in my day, Dignitas was what? We had Turtle and Gibbs. What a duo.
Oh, it's Gyro, Explosive Gyro, and Caleb. It'd be
Explosive.
Caleb.
We got Caleb speaking, doing words and that. Good for him.
Yeah, he just called me out for doing ! casters.
Hey, Stumpy, why are you doing ! casters, bro? Don't you recognize me?
Oh God, sorry, he's talking as well at the same time. I'm being
Right,
thrown
well,
off.
do your job, Stumpy, and come over here and talk about this Rocket League, because while we've been nattering, Endpoint have almost taken a shot on target, and I'm very proud of them.
Good for them, because they need that. They've got Andrew the Mandrew screaming in their ears, saying that you need to make sure that you're going to be
Hit the ball. Why
that
you
you're
hit
actually
that
hitting the
ball?
ball a bit better.
Why'd you save that? What on
Come on,
earth?
come on, Stizzo. That was
Shame.
all 3 players from Endpoint there trying to commit on that single ball, and they did so. Backboard for Dying. Why have you done that to me now? I'm saying Doing. That's the worst version.
I want to get a pogo.
No, that's the worst. If he gets a Pogo and you forget to go Doing.
That'd be so me. No, you
really
nip in
would.
there ahead of me.
Yeah. You're like
Yeah,
setting it
guys.
up. Like,
I've got this
Doing.
Doing, it just bounces off him. Doing. He sends it into the centre where Matane was waiting in his bronzed car. And Sissy can clear it a little bit scarily towards Toxic, but he actually follows it along to play and beats Sarge to the ball. Dorito might be able to finish this one here. Do you remember the Dorito pun era? I like that era.
I do. That was a good era. That's when he was on Vodafone Giants. Was that his team?
Crumbs, I don't know. I don't know, mate.
Oh, that's nearly a goal though for Matane in the orange mobile and the bronzed car. 30 seconds. A couple of players trying to dive in for that one. Stizzy reset one. The second is not going to find its way through though. Final 20 and Endpoint on the precipice of going down 0-2.
Right, boys, you got to score. You got to do it now. Get hold of that ball. Send it longwards. Score
Nah.
it. Put it between the posts.
Nah. Final
Here's
10,
Arju.
Arju going central with it, and Dorito to commit and just completely beats out every player from Endpoint.
Very flat from Endpoint, and they will take a deserved loss to Spartaco, who go 2-0 up on the cusp of being 3-6 overall and dragging Endpoint right back down there with them.
Absolutely outrageous. Unbelievable. Unbelievable play from Spartaco, who a team that, you know, we were looking at them hoping, thinking, oh, maybe this is going to be a decent team to just out of nowhere have their honeymoon period during one of these tournaments. And they did not have it previously in the tournament. They still haven't really had it. They're still at 2-6. The only teams that they have beaten are... oh my god, this is not logos. They're beaten Jobless.
Yep.
And they've also
Application.
beaten JJ Rocks, but who hasn't at this point? I reckon
Jays.
we could.
What, rock them? Rock their world?
I think we
do it if
could
gave them a
rock
good
their
game.
socks off.
Who,
Yeah.
What third would we need to get 2 goals in a game? Like, would we get 2 goals if we had Zen as our third?
Yeah, I think so. I absolutely think so. I think if we've done our 4v3s, so we have them with Shogun and Johnny,
Good
and we
times.
can get a couple of goals against pro teams, and there's 4 of us. I think if we then get literally Zen on our team, yeah,
He's
we can get
better
a
than
couple
2 of
goals.
us. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That makes sense. I'll
Yeah,
buy that.
definitely. He's much more impactful.
Yeah, fair. No, that makes sense. Good
I'd
answer.
swap
Very,
3 of us for Zen, I think.
Really? What if the one that was left was you, though?
Who would I put in? I think at this one I'll put you in,
Oh. Who's Ewan?
because you're playing the game.
Who's Ewan, I said?
I gave you a compliment.
I know. And
At this
I've had a chance
point,
to ruin
no,
it.
because now I've been burned. After giving you a compliment, now I'm not going to ever give you one again. So,
I
there
don't
you
want
go.
it. I don't want it.
Yes,
I
you
like
do.
the. Yeah, I do a lot. Anyway, let's hope that Endpoint have had enough of being just completely abused right here by Spartaco, because it has been ugly for Endpoint. And Spartaco are dancing around them, making them look not silly, but easy to beat.
Yeah, I mean, it looks relatively routine. Dorito getting a bump there makes it very awkward for the defenders. And look at the boost differences across the entirety of Endpoint, and
Here
then
we go.
against Spartaco, a lovely little musty on target, Dorito to clear it away. But I think that's the main thing. We're seeing Endpoint just starved in every single avenue.
And here comes Toxic up against Dying. Retain there with Stizzy in the centre. Dorito, I mean, there's better pressure right now from Endpoint. They've clearly made a decision to play on the front foot a bit more, but one mistake is going to undo all that good work, is it? No. Toxic nips in from the side and gets an all-important touch.
And we have seen playing that aggressively really make sure that your team is either going to, work well on that front foot, or if you're not on the same page, which we saw earlier when Toxic went up and hit the ball into no man's land, it's then just going to be an open net at the back. And Toxic now has to run back to clear that one away, Dying back in the centre. Pain will be the first one to it, but Dorito fancied a bite. Oh, Stizzy, a mistouch and Toxic's in.
Yeah, in the end, it was Endpoint who countered. It seemed that they'd pushed forward too much, had Team Endpoint, but they just allowed Spartaco in, and it's worked out well for them, because they are the ones that get the free goal. And for the first time this series, we have got an Endpoint lead. It's exciting.
I mean, from me saying I thought Endpoint might win, it's a far cry from that so far.
Fair play, Jara Jam.
Still a lot more. Yeah, I mean, Jammers has done a very good job of making sure that we don't just go a full sweep on the desk. Retain central on target.
Ooh.
Beats out the low boost, Dying.
Jar of Jam starting to look silly. Endpoint are working now. It was a heavy touch from Matane, but Stizzy turned it into a good one. And Matane was like, oh, guess I'll just score then. And he did.
Lovely to see. A little bit of teamwork across the pond.
Aw, it's a beautiful thing. But you don't want to see teamwork across teams. You want to see teamwork between the same team.
Oh,
just
what a
coming in
dumb.
again. Endpoint might, and I'm not exaggerating, be the best team in the world right now.
I think they might be. I really think they might be. Endpoint, currently in this game, unbeaten. That's all the data I need.
in this game.
Yeah.
Barely
all
let
I
a
need.
glove of Spartaco. Might as well give him the reverse sweepery now. And
Chance
Stizzy
over
finds
Stizzy.
Dorito. They're getting going again though. Oh, what a little wait there from Dorito. It didn't work out in the end, but I like the little pause to let the ball bounce. Always tempting to not do that. Dorito over the top. Here comes Dying, and Stizzy
Oh.
can't follow it home.
3 goals to try and bring back as well for Spartaco is going to be rough. But Dorito
Oof.
missing that one, losing it, and Dying coming in for the shot. Couple of fakes now. We saw a lot of aggression earlier. These fakes are going to be slowing down Spartaco somewhat, I think, whenever you try and go for them. But so far, working a little bit better than just sheer full-out aggression.
Oh, Stizzy with the slowdown. Dying tries to turn into it. Can he just force the angle there? Not quite there. Dorito has a shooting chance. Toxic's in front of him, wants to get the dunk, not able to again on this occasion. The pressure is all left Spartaco's. This is how the first goal went in, though, for Endpoint, Stumpy, and since then, it's been all the team in blue.
Good clear long, though, from Dorito, going to the complete opposite back corner. Attain to collect midfield. Stizzy shoots on target, but a diving back Arju can save it away.
So this is going to just kiss Matane and then bounce back and leave it to Matane. Nice little moment there. Dorito to the side. Oh, Dorito's then... Oh, it's Matane. For goodness sake. I thought it was an orange player that was team bombed, but it was just Matane. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
good. Oh, good.
That's
Yeah,
right. Enjoy that little moment. That's a goal. That's a save from Arju. Well done.
Yeah, this is funny. Under 2 minutes. And Endpoint, yeah, I mean, after their raucous lead, their crazy lead, the game slowed down somewhat, or rather the scoring has slowed down somewhat. But Endpoint have still managed to make sure they haven't conceded after, I believe, going like pretty much perfect swept in the first two.
Yeah, I think they got
Toxic
themselves a
scored
goal.
one, but like...
That's classic MVP from last week, Toxic, to be fair, to score
That
one.
is so MVP from last week, Toxic. You couldn't script it.
Leaves it to the Dorito. It's got 100% of their goals up to this game, and suddenly the rest of his teammates start playing, and what do you know? They get a lead.
Exactly.
Whoa, Toxic, wonder save yet again. Doesn't even get a save on the in-game register. Because the game's sick of giving this man points. Dorito with Dying underneath him. He fakes it out wisely, and Dying shoots. And this game is still alive.
Brilliant fake too. I mean, I feel like I saw that coming where he then ends up going up for it, or rather he like boosts towards it. But from Matein's point of view, he's only got eyes on Dorito there.
Stompy saw it coming though. Well done. Can we get
I saw it coming, but I'm not playing. So
maybe you should be, mate, with your foresight. That's a good kickoff.
Barely got two sight.
Arju into the centre. Oh, it's Arju against Dorito. Suddenly could be 4, but it's not the best flick in the world. And Dorito clears.
There's a chance there, I think, for Endpoint to maybe just get one more goal, but it's all questions towards Spartaco right now. Fully back, but Matain just challenging versus his own teammates. Actually gets possession straight back over towards Spartaco.
Dorito charges it, Dying follows it up.
Oh my word.
And we only have 1 goal left for Endpoint to survive if they're to avoid the overtime.
Oh my word.
Gosh.
Dying is there, literally in the perfect place. Final 22 chat. Do we see Endpoint or do we see a Spartaco win this?
I've got a feeling a Spartaco are going to take this, but we can only find out here. Dying gets the kickoff lost to him well. Stizzy has to avoid Dying's play.
Oh, what a
Dying
block.
goes forward. It's a massive block there from Arju. And Stizzy almost own goals it for good measure. Lots of love between these two teams. Doritos pre-jumps. Doritos got it. Toxic saves. Stizzy's turned onto the backboard. Toxic's nowhere near. Arju just slows the game down. It was almost the dirtiest pre-jump you will ever see. But instead, one more chance maybe. Go. Arju gets the block this time. Stizzy downwards. Doritos in. Dorito gets it. How have they done this?
There's no way that that's happened with 0 seconds. How long was that up for? Every single player, perfect positioning. No problem across the board for a Spartaco. And if that does not galvanize you for an overtime, I do not know what does.
The goal of the day is scored at 0 seconds, but now we have Endpoint down the other side. Matain could kill it. He pushes it just wide. Sissy has to get this read. Dorito and Dying in front of him. Dying doinks it to Dorito, but Arju saves.
Shaky hands across the board from both teams for very different reasons. Endpoint had a 3-0 lead and we're in overtime.
Arju to the side. Stizzy waiting for Matain's clearance. Still showing composure here. Not charging in as Spartaco, even though they can sense this series belonging to them. Dying goes long to Stizzy. Does Stizzy has a shooting chance? He just slows it down. In comes Dying against the bomb. This must be it! And it is! Endpoint are felled. Spartaco, Spanish Bim Bam 3.0 take the series by 3 games to 0.
Wrap all of this into a clip that lasts 1 minute because you will seal magic. Oh my word, I cannot believe a Spartaco still won that. They were 3-0 down with like a minute and a half left. I'm going to go back and watch Craftman's heartbreak in real time after this.
Can we do the thing where we pause it right on the moment his heart rips in two?
I think we're going to have to.
I love that.
Spartaco, how are you 2-6, lads?
I know. They played very well.
3 and 6 now, obviously, but...
Endpoint were by nowhere near their best, but Spartaco still had to play very well. They showed moments. That 0 second equaliser, this is the one. Look at this. The ball's still up. The ball's been up about 30 seconds at this point, bear in mind. Arju gets the ball, and what a touch that is.
What a pass,
from
man.
Stizzy.
I love this positioning too from Stizzy, because he cuts inside there and then just completely goes away from the ball, keeps Arju grounded, opens up anything on the top for that final shooting player. Brilliant movement. Jar of Jam, my word, you are a jar of genius, my friend.
A broken clock, right twice a day, or no, I'm selling myself too short. Knew it. I'll try to be as smug as possible. Yeah,
Do it, man.
Yeah,
Do
absolutely.
it. That's outrageous.
My God, they just played tremendously. Game number 1, 5-0. I think everybody was just rubbing their eyes and saying, "What on earth have we just witnessed? An absolute destruction! What a banger that game was!" And even in game number 2, despite doubling their shots, 6-13, I think for endpoints, there was still nowhere to be found. 13 shots and yet 1 goal, 1 assist, and nothing to say other in the stat block. It was just not really working out. And finally, we're thinking, okay, this is, endpoint. We're just taking a breather now, starting with 3 goals in game number 3. Surely nothing can happen. Surely nothing can happen.
Surely.
My God, these 1 goal better than the other from Spartaco, both to close it in, to bring it to overtime. My goodness. And then, of course, the OT winner. We're just seeing game number 2. That's the one that, 2 of the closest ones. But yeah, still, endpoint, I'm sorry to say, or I would interesting to know what exactly has happened, but endpoint has stumbled quite severely.
They Spartaco were truly peaking. We have to give them that. But what impressed me the most about Spartaco is that when they do go 3 goals down in game 3, you're starting to think like, oh, this is the comeback. The real endpoint's gonna come up. I was already predicting a game 5 in my head. And then suddenly, Stumpy, the turnaround to end all turnarounds.
I mean, look, it was 3-0 with under a minute
55
even.
seconds left.
No, not even. It went down to, what is this going to be?
50?
51 seconds. Then 20 seconds or 30 seconds later, then score their second goal, which again is more brilliance from 2 players involved. And then it's 0. How long was this ball up in the air for?
It was the second chance. We were already going, oh, we've missed their chance. Because there was a huge save. Then the OT. I love this composure as well. Look at this from Sizzy. He gets his touch, cuts in, and then immediately, where's the bump? Where is it? Make it easy for my team. Arju almost escapes, but Dying has got the easiest job in the world just to finish it there, and then Spartaco truly deserved winners.
Yeah, out of this world play, I think, from a Spartaco. And again, Jam, I was saying, how are they 3-6? That was brilliant.
I don't know. I would love to know where their weaknesses are, because right now they've shown absolutely 0. They have been playing at the top of their game. And yeah, cold-blooded at the end of the day to pull off that dribbling move. Just hold the ball, just slow it down. You're kidding me? No, he is on point. And then, of course, for the bump. Holy moly. We just had 2 amazing series back-to-back. We, of course, started the day with JJ Rocks versus Jobless, but then Oxygen versus Luna Galaxy gave us game number 5, 2 overtimes. Almost a complete demolition by Luna Galaxy game number 2, game number 3, but Oxygen came back. And right here, as part of Endpoint, you guys predicted Endpoint, and Spartaco came in to play seriously. On point.
Yeah, you're better than us. Whatever.
Fair enough, mate. You've seen something. I've got no.
Sorry, have I rubbed in enough?
Have I rubbed in enough? No, not enough, mate. Not enough. You've earned it. Seriously, fair play. Because especially this is what Mariah said. Oh, yeah, nice try, Jared. You'll get one right eventually. That is the one where you prove me an idiot, and I love and respect you for it.
Well, it's nice to be on top, and we have a chance to talk to Endpoint's coach, Andy Demandy. Andy Demandy, by the way, has just been named by Cole in our little game of Cole, whoever played in series season number 9. Andy, welcome to the show. It is unfortunate that we have to meet in such circumstances, but today has been a Tuesday, I suppose. That's how Endpoint most likely is going to remember it. So talk to me about it.
It's a European off-season tournament. At the end of the day, like these things happen. Some teams come out, play better than you ever expect. Some teams come out, play worse than you ever expect, and that's us today. We just had a bad day, didn't really turn up, and been punished for it by good European players. At the end of the day, you know.
We unfortunately haven't had a chance to talk to you or your players on the first day of Shift Summer League when you guys have defeated Oxygen. And so far, that remains the only defeat that Oxygen have succumbed to in these 3 days of play. Perhaps mention something about that. What was the approach to that game? How did you feel during it and after it? Because that was quite a win.
Well, they're Oxygen, aren't they? Like they're a really good team. They're one of those teams that you see play all the time. You kind of know how they play. You can prepare for those a lot easier, I think, because you're so used to seeing them, especially against good teams, and you can like reference teams that you might think of a similar play style to you and stuff like that. So I just think they're a lot of an easier team to find weaknesses in, and I think we like teams like that. That we prefer to be the underdog, I guess, than the overdog, and I think that proved true today.
It's better to surprise everybody than to come short of the big expectations. I completely agree with that. There's a question from Cole. Were you looking at Jobless and their 0-3 last time to sort of an rather inspiration to bounce back after what they've had a 3-0 at the first day, 0-3 at the second day? Any inspiration you've been looking at the field?
No, I mean, not really. I feel like this tournament is just a thing of like, because it's 3 matches on one day, I think it's very hard to change the flow of how it starts. And as you saw for Jobless last week and us today, if it starts bad, it's probably going to end bad unless you find something, and unfortunately we just didn't find it.
So jumping quickly back at season 9 of RLCS and Rival Series. Back then, you were the coach for Notorious Legion Esports, and 2 of the Notorious Legion Esports players are in this tournament throughout. Of course, Matan, who is on Endpoint together with you, and Cash, currently on Resolve. Overall, your thoughts on the whole league system? Are you happy to see it back? Were you missing it after RLCS has switched to the round-robin Swiss format?
I think it's a very interesting system because I think as a coach, it allows you to prepare, watch the other teams, know who you're playing on the day, be ready for it. And I really like that. But I think overall for the esport, I think it's a little bit weaker because I think Rocket League's very fast paced. And I think its tournaments need to match it. I think that these are a little bit too league players, but a little bit too long, and you don't play it often enough. I prefer when it's a big tourney day and you get it out of the way rather than you just get a match day and maybe a point. I think esports and Rocket League is faster paced, and I think it lends itself more to a tournament bracket. But it's really nice to mix it up and try stuff, especially as a coach, to be able to have fun and learn teams and prep for them.
I suppose you've already alluded to it a little bit, but Stumpy is asking, as a coach, is there a difference really between a league play where you already know your matchups well in advance versus something like a regular tournament when you just react to what's happening? You might know it just 5 minutes in advance which one of the 2 teams you're actually going to be getting.
Well, yeah, I did speak about it a bit, but I think it is also a tightrope, which a lot of people don't consider. It's do I want to pick out a weakness and work against that? Or do I want to believe in my players and let them see how they play on the day? Because if you're always changing stuff up as well, you might get wins, but you might not get better. So it is a tightrope to walk, whether you want to try and analyze teams and beat them out like that, or whether you want to actually just try and improve by playing all the top teams. So,
well, yeah. So next time, that is tomorrow already, your first match is going to be versus Sodad. How do you feel about your just how you feel about that matchup in general? I expect you to win that one. Do you think it is going to happen?
I just hope it don't go like today.
That's only fair. Andy, thank you very much for being here. Please send our commiserations to the players, to Boyo and Craftman as well. The poor boys' hearts most likely are absolutely broken on the broadcast. And thank you for stopping by for a little chat.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the tournament, guys.
Well, Stumpy Cole, it has been quite a day. And you have been feeding me some updates.
It's still going.
It's still going.
It's still going.
So basically, talk to me about it.
While the brilliant Anna the Manny, I'm a huge fan of him, was chatting, I was keeping an eye on Oxygen Esports versus Saudade in Game 5 overtime. The ball was about to bounce in from Saudade for them to have the win. Literally on the line, it pauses for reasons I don't know why. Presumably someone disconnected or something. Then from the kickoff, Oxygen score. 2 seconds into the kickoff, they score it. Oxygen take the win, 3-2 overtime. The Saudade fans are horrified. The Oxygen fans are overjoyed. No one knows why, but I'm sure it all makes sense from our admins, etc. But my goodness, drama there.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing about that. I'm just looking at Hoodie Who now. Just
He looks so smug.
Oh, no. I think
him.
he's like, oh, how do we... Oh, dearie me. That's a win. He's put his hands up. He's like, I'm not saying anything. I'm not him. Oh, wow. I need to go back and watch that. That's crazy.
I thought it was his stream that had frozen because I couldn't hear anything. So presumably he was talking over the top of it. But because everything went still when the ball was literally here over the line and then it ended. Oh, dear. Okay, so we've got Finn in chat saying it's all very fair that it was paused, but definitely drama. My goodness.
So Oxygen called for the pause as well.
Yes.
And then, okay, fair enough. Yeah, then they reset. That's
Calculated.
rough. Scary times. Scary times.
Wow. It's such a shame that we cannot see every single game because there's a little bit of something happening all across the field. As a reminder, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central European Summer Time, we start all over again. And if you want to watch a team that is not on the main broadcast, every single team has their own team stream. So you will be able to watch whatever your heart desires, plus or alternative language broadcast as well. If you would like to hear all of these games in French, Rocket Baguette have you covered. And we're introducing our Spanish broadcast as well. Sin Frenos League over at Twitch is going to be your Spanish destination for these. We're going to bring you the standings just a little bit later, but this day has thrown a couple of surprises at us. I think one of the biggest one is that nobody is now winless in the league. JJ Rocks have picked up their first win. Time for a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, also on the other side of things, Oxygen now go 8-1, which is quite impressive. So that's always nice to see, a team start to run away with things, but they're not going to be completely invincible, especially when we've seen Endpoint currently I was going to say mid-table, a lower table team taking a win against them a little bit earlier on. And 100% Cole, they have been doing very well and storming relatively ahead.
I would say that they have been quietly going about their business, to use a football term, when a team is suddenly like, wait a minute, how are they, top 5? How are they top 3 in a football league or whatever it may be? That's the 100% effect. They are doing that. They are just winning. They're just getting wins, beating the teams in front of them. They lost to Luna Galaxy at the start, but they beat fake German Amigos, and they beat Resolve 3-0. And I believe 100% also won. Okay, game 3 against Resolve from 100%. Resolve scored 3. See if you can guess how many 100% scored. If either of you get it right, I'll give you a cool point.
5.
11.
Okay. 8. Splits the difference between you guys.
Literally in the middle.
Yeah, so that means between you got it. There is a
Half a
concept
point
that if you
each?
ask a load of people a thing, somewhere in the middle tends to be right. So that's just proven that concept that I don't know the name of.
Perfect.
Nice.
It means that our desk is fair and balanced and just absolutely perfect. You know what's
As all
also fair
things
and
should be.
balanced? We are middle of the season. We have played 3 match days. Every single team have played 9 series, and as a result, that's everybody has already played everybody. So we have a little bit of a snapshot of how this could be. But the interesting part is that we're going to be doing it again. Let's take a look at those standings. We've been talking about them. Now let's visualize them. Oxygen on top with that 8-1. Our second team is 100%. They've gotten quite a jump, I do believe, with the exception of losing to Luna Galaxy. They've won the other 2 games. So with the exception of 1 game, they won 2 more, and they keep on picking on up. Still making good results. Day 2, I think, was the best one for them. They won all 3 games, but they're climbing up there, and they would have to do a really good job next week if they really, or rather tomorrow, if they want to catch up Oxygen. They are really on top. We have another tie, 5-4 and 5-4 for Luna Galaxy, Jobless, and Sodad. Great to see them in top 5 now. They've finished the last week, I do believe, outside in 7th spot. And of course, our 6, 7, and 8 teams, fake German Amigos, Resolve, Endpoint, and Spartaco have just gotten their 2nd win, their 3rd win of the league play. And JJ Rocks, it's the Ginger Genius, it's Jar of Jams, the George Jor. That's a blast from past. Still in 10th, but looking like they can regain. First win just sets you in good stead. A little snowball effect.
Yeah.
Keep on winning. The
yeah.
confidence builds up, Stumpy.
I was going to say, a lot of these teams, I think when you get your first win, you're like, oh, all right, we can do it. That wasn't too bad. Like, we can actually battle through. And also, benefit of a league play, like, these guys, they had 8 losses. That's nearly enough losses to be out of all 3 Swisses of an RLCS split. So they've nearly had that in 3 game days. They'll be very happy that, oh, you know what, we can still battle back. They've got 18 series in total. They could theoretically end this, what would that be, like 9 and... Oh, no, I'm rubbish at maths. 10 and 8. They could win the next 9 in a row. We'll see what happens.
The reverse sweep. The Shift Summer League reverse sweep.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's for all the time in memoriam, it's going to be known as the shift sweep. Just, you learn it right here. It's,
Well, you lose the first 8, but then you win the next 10 in a row.
Exactly. We are making history right here on Shift Summer League. for EU for today. That is it. We're coming back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central European Time. Stumpy Cole, I don't want to leave without hearing something from you. So, what was this day? What on earth was this day?
That final series was just utter chaos, really, wasn't it? I think it's the day we realised that Endpoint were the best team in the world for about 40 seconds. Other than that, not really. I think what we've learned is that there's always going to be one team that severely underperforms. Last week it was Jobless on the Wednesday. Today it was Endpoint. We'll see who it is tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think also we're seeing other teams really start to fill in those gaps too, where Endpoint do badly, where Jobless do badly. We're then seeing, ultimately, Espartaco really start to get a handle on the situation. Saudade as well. They've moved up 4 places today. Cool. So yeah, there's going to be a good few teams really just trying to scramble up this rock face that's in front of them.
Alrighty, folks, pick up your calendars, set up your alarms. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central European, Europe returns for day 2 of this week, or technically day 4 in total. We're going to be having great games for you, and it's a bit of a surprise as to what are we going to be starting with. But over in North America, there's no surprise. In about 3 or 4 hours' time at 7 p.m. Eastern, again, 7 p.m., it's Rettles Magic Cheese. That's the name of the team, actual name of the team, versus SSG, Space Station, or LJ Hoxer and Chicago. Your gracious host, of course, is going to be Hoodie Who, Corelli, and Spaceman. But this has been a very multilingual broadcast of Shift Summer League in EU. Well, we are very multilingual in EU as well. Multi-accented, multi-accented as well. Yar. I have no idea what kind of accent I did, but you guys seemingly to loved it. So from a Latin Latvian, from a Scouse Brit, and whatever you are called.
You can say it. You can say it, Ginger. It's fine.
Yeah, soulless Ginger.
Fair enough. It is all thank you and good night from us. Bye-bye.
Can somebody take my breath away? Hold me tight, lonely day. I've been searching for something to ease my mind, till you came along, never thought I'd find. Take me away in this moment when I'm here with you, been chasing this feeling, now I feel brand new. Get on a plane, go wherever with you. Take me away in this moment when I'm here with you, been chasing this feeling, now I feel brand new. Get on a plane, go wherever with you. Take me away. Take me away. Somebody just took my breath away. Held me so tight, hidden on my pain. I was searching for something